Hey everyone, welcome back to 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. We are continuing with our Mothership sci-fi horror RPG Gradient Descent campaign. This is episode 3. I am your warden for the evening, and going around the horn we have...
Hello, I am David. I will be playing David, as we all do in our hearts.
Every time. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt. I play Thulsadu. Engineer, bangs the kill. We got this, guys. Let's go.
Cutie patootie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ted, and tonight I will be reprising my role as Mortis. No, wait. It's Arg. No. Friar Fredal. No. Cromwell Dixon. Oh, boy. I remembered.
The Teamster, right?
That's right. Teamster.
And normally we'd have Mike playing Rick Sharp, the Marine, but he is dead to us tonight. So good luck out there, crew members, without your weapons and armor.
I had one session with the man, and I never saw him again. I don't understand why.
Is there a Marine?
Weird how.
I got a nail gun, guys. Don't worry. I'll protect you.
Okay, so let's get back into it. David the android mysteriously and suspiciously just arrives around the corner at the same time that the Marine disappears. Weird.
That is weird.
It is.
Therapy went very well.
It's still New Year's Day, and it is currently 11:20 a.m. They have arrived in the deep. They are currently kind of carefully moving their way through reception and habitation and kind of piecing together what may have happened here. They haven't come across anyone living other than if you would call them living, a security android. They've got to both security checkpoints, checkpoint Alpha and checkpoint Bravo. They're currently at Alpha, having just noticed that this security box, the android manning the machine gun, was completely slagged. His logic core was ripped out with not a lot of care. And the gates were shut, but Dixon walked up with a crowbar, pried it open, but did it a little bit too hard, and a piece of metal scrap scraped him. So he's bleeding a little bit right now. That's where we left it. I need everyone to make me a Ben's check, please.
All right.
Now this time I'm rolling over the 8.
This is a percentile, right, John?
Yes, you want percentile, and what is good for you is to roll over that number. If you hit it or lower,
Oh, no.
Wait.
that would be Ted.
Oh, no.
And don't forget when you're doing rolls to give me the stat and then tell me the results so everyone kind of knows.
Oh, my God. You're not going to believe what I rolled. I rolled a 0.
Is it your turn? Really?
On a D percentile, you rolled a 0?
No, that's what Matt rolled last time.
Now you know what it's like.
Whoa.
Oh.
Well, I'm undeterred. They call him the straight, not the straightest man alive. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The least bendy, the least bendy of men.
Wow.
I got a 36.
Okay. So when we do rolls, make sure you say the stat and then tell us what you got so everyone kind of knows.
Yeah.
That is a 4, and I rolled a 0-0, which, as we recall from last time in Mothership, is not a 100. It is a 0.
So Ben's
That's
checks,
tough.
whatever those mean, the 2 times that they have failed so far have both been on zeros.
That is uncanny. I think there's something weird going on this space station.
Yeah, someone work out the
It
math and
occurs
the
to me-
chances of that because
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Not likely.
Not
Okay, so my
Before we
target
get
was
deep
my
into
target.
it- Oh, sorry.
My target was an 8, John, and I rolled a 34. So
Okay.
Cool.
coasted by this time.
Do we want to use like a red dot as the player location or something like that? It occurs to me we didn't make a token. That
Good
might be
idea.
like
We don't have one on the
just a
map.
red sphere.
we're not looking at the map right now, anyways. At least for the audience, so it's not a big deal.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you fail that, Dixon. Nothing seems to occur at the present moment, but I jotted down a few notes. Can I get a stress count?
Vindication.
Can I get a stress count for? Oh wait, and I think I got that already. Well, let the folks at home know what's the what are we at with stress right now?
I got a 6.
9.
And I'm at 7.
Okay, cool. Just so I don't think we ever mentioned this, but the maximum stress that you can ever have is 20. That's when you top out, and then anything in addition that goes over 20 actually goes directly to to a relevant stat or save based upon what induced the stress in the first point. First,
You don't roll. You just like to avoid stress. You just roll the stress check. Like
no, what I'm saying is, it's like once you top out at 20, any
Yeah.
additional stress goes to a stat or save, not to your stress score. And I also wanted to now that the stress is starting to ratchet up a little bit because we've had some failed checks. You should know how to relieve stress. I don't think we went through this either. You have to rest in a safe place. That's sort of up to me what that indicates, but it's not going to be as strict as like a safe haven from Arden Vool, but it has to be a relatively safe place for at least a few minutes. And then you're going to roll your worst save, whatever your worst stat is, your worst save is. You're going to roll that. Success, you reduce your stress equal to the ones digit on that roll. Okay. Failure, though, you actually gain another stress, in addition to not relieving any stress. Okay.
We gain stress for failing a Ben's check.
No, I will let you know if that is the case.
Okay.
As when you're relieving stress, you gain advantage on the roll, on that worst save roll, if you are engaging in a suitable leisure activity while resting.
Ping pong.
That's what I got the cigarettes for.
You can make that case to me.
Right.
Okay, so that out of the way, just kind of keep that in mind. And David is the only one with, surprisingly enough, because he's the android, with starting to get almost halfway there with stress.
Yeah. So we're in front of this slagged out android, right?
Other side. We made it through.
Do you mind if I go check him out real quick and just ask one question of John?
Yeah, please.
Mm-hmm.
John, I know from listening that these androids, either by virtue of addition, being old, or just design, don't have humanoid faces, but are kind of like an eerie, more explicitly android face. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I inspect the head of this android, is there a seam in the construction of this head where the faceplate is screwed in?
No, it is actually made out of pseudo flesh. The
It
head
is
is just that
pseudo-flesh.
they because it's a security android. It was not deemed a worthy expense to add human-like features to that face. You know,
Is there any notion that I might have as an android that I could borrow Ted's tools and remove this face as a mask disguise I might use myself?
it would be very akin to Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs.
I know.
In
Oh,
gore.
it would just be very obvious. Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly.
Goopy,
In gore
right?
and yeah, because it's pseudo flesh, right? And what's underneath now the body is ripped open, not ripped open, but it's been completely peppered with bullet fire. And in addition, the back of it and the base of the skull has been ripped open. So when you look in the back there, it is very much like Bishop and Ash sort of thing. So it's got like pseudo milk inside and a lot of like cabling and wires and things like that. It's like it's a little bit even more mechanical, skewing towards Terminator side than even Ash and Bishop. Okay, so it's very much like obvious it's a machine once it's opened up. However, the casing around the machine, like a Terminator, is human-like pseudo-flesh. It's just that the face itself doesn't have any sort of features. So in answer to your question, like to use that as a disguise, blah, 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 it would be quite obvious that you're wearing like a mask.
Which makes perfect sense. I'll ask one last question. I would expect it to be quite obvious that it's a mask to any human. My thinking here is, should we encounter any of these like kind of glitched out security androids elsewhere, that I might use it to try to convince them I'm one of them? It would still be really obvious to them, you think?
You don't know. You have no idea.
I think it would be obvious. It was able to recognize guns just from, through cameras. So it's got like a recognition system.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, a blank face might work. I don't know. I think it sounds gross and horrible. I don't want you to do it.
You don't know how,
Having bad dreams in advance.
to Ted's point, you don't really know like how they scan for information.
Yes.
Right. So
It could be like a digital ID that I'm not aware of. Although I guess if I were an android, I would have some awareness of that, which is why I'm asking. Yeah,
they might have a retinal scanner. They might be looking for eyes, even if they're android eyes. Right? Who knows?
That's true. Okay, I guess I'll give up on that idea. I kind of want to try it, but it's fine.
You could still cut it out. All it is a matter of time. It's not going to take a roll. You could just
Okay,
have,
why not?
You
You
could
know
have
what?
an
Why
Android
not?
face.
Cannot borrow
never
my-
know. Here's what I'm going to do to really start it off in the most David way possible. I would like to both extract the eyes, just pop them out.
It didn't have them, right?
It doesn't have
like
eyes.
face.
But
Right?
but there's lenses or something, right? Like
No, there's
do you need-
there's nothing. It's like
so it's just skin over socket, basically.
yeah, basically. So there's like slight depressions where like a mouth and eyes would be, and like a slight bump out where a nose would be. But it's very,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take a blade. Perhaps do you have a razor blade in your
I can't
toolkit?
borrow my razor blade for that. That's gross.
You don't know what I'm borrowing, my friend. I need this for some tools. I'd like to see if I might do maintenance on this Android. I'll be right back if you just lend me your razor. You're in the reception, or you're recreating right now, right?
No, we're still in the guard area. Yeah, fine. Would a toolkit have like a Stanley box cutter kind of thing?
Like an
Yeah, probably.
X-Acto blade. Sure. Yeah.
So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna say it's a little strange. Would you mind going into the other room while I do this? I don't know. It's a bit.
You're a
What's
bit. Yeah.
Are you attracted to this person? Is this
Are you removing
need some
yourselves
private time?
from the site of what David's going to do?
Yeah. So I don't want to.
Because you'll probably get stressed. Just for
I don't
what
wanna-
it's
I
worth.
don't wanna watch it.
I think.
Yeah,
I
great
don't
idea.
want to.
Let's
I don't
go
wanna
to
watch
the
it.
recreation room. That sounds awesome. I bet you there's a vending machine.
Okay, let's cut to
I
the
haven't
chase here
gone
just
yet.
real
Now
quick.
I
So
want to buy.
let's. Okay, so David, you're going to cut the face off.
I'm going to do as best I can with the cutter to do like a clean line cut across the face.
Yeah.
Peel it gently off. If there is anything that I see under the scent skin, I'd like to know what it is.
Okay, so there's So first of all, underneath the skin itself of the face, it's like a nerve network of cables and stuff like that, right? Like
Makes
very
sense.
very fine mesh underneath, slagged, like it's irreparable, because it's like you ripped off the face, even just being as gentle as you can, because those make connections with whatever's on the endoskeleton of the thing, right?
Makes
That
sense.
endoskeleton is very much not like a Terminator. It's just a mass of wires and pieces and motherboards and all that sort of stuff. There does not appear to be anything that is indicative of actual like eyes there.
Or lenses or anything like that.
Not really, no. But they're
It's like a faceplate. Yeah.
without more expertise, you can't really determine like how it sees or how it speaks or anything like that. Right?
That makes sense. Let me check my skills real quick, just because it's worth reminding myself. But because I have linguistics, psychology, I have computing, and mathematics. Okay, so I'm going to take that. Sorry.
Now, when you do it, I need you when you kind of cut it off and you kind of see the inside of the Android. I need you to make me a sanity save, please.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. This is a little, yeah. Okay, so my sanity is 25.
Okay, so you need to roll under it. Hitting it is a failure.
Yes. So you grab the 2 dice. Big money, no whammies.
Got this.
Oh, that is a 68.
So no problem. You fail it.
Yes.
So you're going to take a stress.
Yeah.
So you're at 10 stress now. You just have a moment where you're just like what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
And then you just have a moment where like, is this what
We're all having that moment.
you think to yourself? Is this what I look like underneath? No, I don't think so. And then you kind of think to yourself, wait, no one ever told me what I look like. Do I want to know? So you kind of had this sort of like, and you process it like really quick.
Episode 30. One last question, and then we can move along. I don't want to keep us here too long. There's one thing I really wanted to check for that I don't believe you guys did, and that is any sort of, whether it be under the skin I just ripped, or on the back of the skull, or on a wrist or whatever, any sort of like barcode or serial number or any sort of like text identification, model number, VIN number, etc. I want to look for a manufacturer's tag.
But only in the space that you've opened up on the head.
Well, I'll look at the face and the head first, and then if I don't see it, I'll see if I can kind of like groom the body. Like I said, wrists.
Okay, so
under the foot,
doing the surgery costs took. I'm gonna. By the way, everyone out there, don't at me. I'm gonna use the phrase turns because they do
Cool.
10-minute intervals, and I'm just gonna call them a turn because that's what we all know.
Cool.
So it took a turn to do the surgery. It'll take another turn to scan for any sort of identification number. Do you want to do that?
I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Don't mind me.
Oh, I might have to use the space quicker
There
than
you
I
go.
thought.
So you take your time really carefully, and yes, I would say that you do find that, I guess, on like a larger piece, so like a larger piece of electronics, there is like in the very tiny little corner, there's like a little VIN number there, and it does say Cloud Bank Synthetic production. Cloud Bank Synthetics. What's the company? Synthetics company? I don't know. Corporation. Yeah. So it's at a really, really tiny with a number.
I'm going to
Would you assume to be a part number?
Yeah, I'm not. We don't need to like know the exact number, but just suffice to say that I know the number.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And
Obviously,
is there
this module does not have that mid number.
No, I know. And again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to keep pushing your ad hoc here, but there's the number, right? Is there an indication? I guess the number would imply it. Maybe I would know as an Android, but I want to like, is there a title for this like version of security Android? Kind of like something just in my mind.
So it's a sequence of numbers.
Yeah.
So kind of similar to like the traveler code that they use for planet
Yeah.
identification. You
That's
assume that
cool.
one of those might be like the model number of the Android, but you have no familiarity with Cloud Bank's,
Interesting.
Yeah. You need to ask Abdul
manufacturing
Ben
nomenclature, yeah.
naming scheme. Yeah.
Abdul Ben Hassan will be able to tell you with a number.
Okay.
He knows. He knows.
Okay.
On that note, I will return. I will stow the stuff. I don't know the reference. I'll stow the stuff, act normally, clean the blade off, and return to Ted. What's your character's name? Goodness, Cromwell.
Okay.
And give it back.
All right. So Dixon and Thulsa, David comes back seemingly without issue and hands you your. Do you hand the blade back? I assume.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And in that time, John, did we hear anything or get any kind of, it was 20 minutes. So we're kind of in this hallway.
I'd like to look in the doors, that kind of thing.
Yeah, let's listen at the doors, check them out. Do we get any sense of what's going on behind these things?
Yeah, sure. So you're in a long hallway, nicely paneled again for visitors. And like I said before, on one side there is a door that says Employee Recreation Center, and on the other one is a smaller door that is unlabeled. On either one, you do not hear anything.
Okay.
As soon as David hands me the knife, I'm going to open the recreation door.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Let's go in there.
It is open, so you just swing it open. It's a relatively large room. It looks like it's kind of what you expect. So there's most of it. It looks like it was taken up by a lot of gym equipment, right? So a lot of fitness machines and weights and things like that. Like two of the walls look like they were full of mirrors, but those have been shattered. So there's broken glass like everywhere on the ground. So you definitely don't want to walk around barefoot. The gym equipment has been scattered, so there's like barbells and medicine balls and all sorts of stuff just sort of scattered around the room. Looks like there was probably like the remnants of like a foosball table, a couple of just tables to eat, that sort of thing. And the whole place sort of has this really strong odor of rust in it as well. There is also a bank, like a really large bank actually, along one wall of lockers, like a whole bunch of like equipment lockers that are there. Some of them are some of them are like small and like personal, like little cubes that you could open up, like in a airport, and other ones are like full length, right? Like a full body length. Some are open, some are shut. Blah blah blah.
The smashed up appearance of the room, like smashed up the way a room looks after somebody has just searched it and they don't care about what it looks like afterwards, or smashed up like there was a big fight.
It doesn't look like there was gunfire here, But it looks very similar to the conditions of the meeting rooms, the cafeteria, the kitchen, you know, that
Trashed.
whole trashed and disarray.
Trashed.
Yeah. Mhm.
People have been here.
Yeah.
They've probably been through the lockers, but we should check them anyway. Since we need 10,000 billion credits.
There might be a nerd stuffed in one of them.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do we smell nerd, John?
What can we get for a nerd?
There is actually the hint.
We smell nerd.
There is the hint of body odor, actually, as you get closer to the bank of lockers.
All right.
I mean, it probably socks. Well, just think for a while.
Odor is a very loaded word.
When you say body odor, do you
Body's
mean
gonna
the
have a lot of
odor
odors.
rotting corpse or the sweaty gym socks?
More, like for real, like body odor.
Yeah,
It's not heavy. Like you have to get right next to the lockers to smell it. So it kind of actually, you look at lockers that are in a gym and you smell body odor and it takes you right back to high school, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm going to get out the nail gun and start opening lockers, and I'm ready to spray nails in there if something jumps on me.
Okay.
You know, and I'm sorry, I don't want to ruin your surprise or anything, but I'm going to call out. Hey, we're just don't just be scared or anything. If there are any nerds in these lockers, don't worry. I've been there.
Okay. So Ted, you open up like one of the
we're
big
okay.
lockers, and you're like, and you got your gun out, like nothing there. You know, just kind of a bunch of like an old jumpsuit sort of there, right? That sort of thing. Do another one, nothing there, and then you open up a third one. And a body like falls right out onto you. Everyone make a fear save, please. And you have to make it. I realize now, except for David, everyone has to make it a disadvantage because David is around.
Yep.
Thanks, David.
Fear, you said?
Fear at disadvantage.
Well, so my fear score is a 35, and my two rolls are 93 and 95.
Okay, fail.
You
So
suck.
I definitely failed, and I scream like a little girl and fill the corpse full of nails.
Tulsa.
I'm also failing. My target was a 19. I rolled decently. I rolled a 38, but also a 56.
Okay, fail.
So,
And
not
David, you still have to
critical,
make a
but,
check, but not at disadvantage.
I made a check. My fear stat is 88.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 26. So I'll try to when the body comes to fall, I'll try to like catch it, or like when it hits the ground, I want to like flip it over so we can see if there's a name tag on it, like that, verified human, etc.
Yeah, well, one thing at a time.
yeah, sorry.
You take stress, and Thulsa, you also take a stress.
Okay.
Take stress, you said?
Yep, you guys both failed.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you jump back in surprise. You will say like you unload a nail into so a body falls out and you're like Toosh. The body, when the nail goes in, jerks.
Oh,
What is the damage on your nail gun?
1d5. Want me to roll it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now, do you want me to do the Matt and Ted method, or the method that everybody told us was wrong on the Discord and the YouTube?
Divide by 2 and round up.
Okay. I think I did 3 points of damage.
Okay. So you unconsciously just unload a nail into it, and the body jerks, and it's a woman, and her eyes like open up, and she's like, "Fuck!" And she like grabs her arm, and like blood just starts to well out between her fingers, and she scrabbles back. Her eyes are like rolling back in her head because she was unconscious just a second ago, and now it's like intense pain, and there's people like looming over her, one bearing an arm, bearing what appears to be a gun, and she scrabbles back. She's like, fuck, 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 and she's looking behind her, like trying to get towards the door. She appears to be short and stocky. She is in a jumpsuit, which is readily apparent. The patch on it has the Thelema 6-pointed star on it, and she has a shock of short red hair and like a smattering of freckles across her face.
It's Sam.
Aw. Hold on. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Sorry.
You were sleeping.
and fuck you too.
Sorry.
No, it's do. It's not. It's do, not to.
I don't give a fuck what your name is.
My compatriots here are only human, and they had a bit of a start. I'm very sorry, my friend, but I assure you we do not come to harm, and I can patch that up post haste.
Jesus H. Christ, you don't have to fucking sit there talking to me. Put something on it then.
I actually have a first aid kit, and I'll like apologize. I'll put the nail gun down, and I'll get out the kit, and I'll go over and try to patch her
I
up.
fucking hurt you, fucking bastard.
Yeah.
You jumped out at me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
hairy
spark
ape.
up.
You got.
I'm gonna. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go, John. You're doing magic over here. I love it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna spark up a cigarette or two, smoke one, light hers with mine, and hand it and say, "This will help as well."
That's a proper gentleman there. Thank you. Fucking hell. And she like sucks it down, like half of the cigarette just goes all the way down. And she and she takes the cigarette and she fucking ashes it right on your arm, Dixon. Thanks for nothing, you fucking git.
Hey, look,
What?
lady,
What?
you were hiding in a locker. Come on.
You fucking see this
what
arm?
are you doing in there?
Your fucking first aid kit ain't shite. It's already fucking bleeding through.
Well, that's gonna be
Is
your
the blood
attitude.
red?
I'm not sorry.
All right. Well, you're not too bad looking, I'll say that. What's your name?
Cromwell Dixon.
Ah, fucking hell. I hate you already.
I get that a lot.
It's a fucking
He
shitty
throws on
name.
you.
My name's Helen. Helen St. George. You divers like me.
Yep. That's
No,
right,
man.
man.
Yeah, we're
Did you
not
come
bleeding, and we don't know. We don't. I don't think we would hide in a locker. Why were you in this locker?
Was
Seems
it
like a bad
fucking
place to take a
hiding?
nap.
I was in a locker. I wasn't a fucking locker. What's that about? Where's Little John? You see Little John?
No clue who you're talking about.
That
Would he also fit in the
motherfucker.
locker? I go start looking in other lockers, John.
It would seem you might have been swindled.
Yeah, that's
Your
for
name again?
fucking sure. I knew. I should have known. I met him in the bell. Figured we'd be better with company. We fucking dive deep. We find ourselves a goddamn artifact going to keep us rich forever. And he fucking betrays me. Must have. Oh, I could feel it in the back of my head, eh? Yeah. Oh, he fucking beamed me. Must have put
want me
in
to take a
goddamn
look?
locker. That motherfucker.
Let me take
like,
a look
just
at it. I can see
foul-mouthed.
if I can make it better. Will she let me take a look at the back of her head?
Sure. Yeah,
Is
right
there
there.
a-
Right there.
There,
I'll kind of.
is there a
Go ahead,
snack
Ted.
bar in here with like ice machine or something like that, John?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to very gently approach. I mean, I am trained for this, right? And just like part her hair gently and look at, see if there's like an open wound or a like bruise or what.
Yeah, there's like a really big welt on the back of her head. It's a big like chicken egg lump on the side back of her head. You know, yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't look like she's suffered brain damage or anything like that, but it was a nasty sap on the back of the head, sort of thing. You know.
Surreptitiously, John, I want to pick up like some of the little bandages and stuff that we're using to like clean up her wound. I want to smell that blood. I want to see if it really smells like real human blood or if it seems fake.
She like raises one eyebrow at you, and she's like,
I'm doing it surreptitiously. I just picked this up and got turned around.
"Okay,
I'm onto your ways. No,
Yeah,
I'm on the
Pansy-
on the sly when she's not
Fancy
looking. I'm
sniffer."
turning.
I see."
Well, we don't have to get into hobbies, but sure.
It smells and
shame
and
on
looks like blood. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Is that the body odor? Is it her?
yeah. It's coming off of her. Yep, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she's got like a sweat stained Thelema jumpsuit that she's wearing, and she does not appear to have any sort of weapons on her. She in the locker with her. Actually, no. No, okay, never mind. Yeah, never mind. It's
I'm
not-
checking the rest of the locker as well.
Yeah, I was
Well, he's
gonna look for her
No, I was
gear
just thinking
anyway.
there might be, but then there's not because she would have to fit in it, so there would be nothing else in it. So
While Ted's looking too, are there any lockers that seem out of place, like they may have been moved into the position that they are in?
not tough to tell. Like a lot of them are sort of ajar or out of place, but it just seems kind of because it's part and parcel of the mess in the room.
I want to find a trapdoor, y'all. Go looking, Ted.
Oh dear! If there's secret doors and trapdoors in this space station, this module got a whole lot harder.
It does not seem like there's any obvious egresses in the room. Like it just seems to be the one door that kind of leads back out.
Sure.
One exit. Okay. So do I find anything else of interest in the lockers?
You do not.
Okay. And if we just do a circuit around the room, any odds and ends sort of lying under tables or hiding behind a weight rack that, somebody stashed a pile of logic circuits in the corner kind of thing.
Nothing that you can see that's of value, but if you think that you would want something mundane that might be useful, I could make a call. Like if you want like a barbell or something that you could have a barbell,
Well, on that. Go ahead. Kind of on that note, Thulsa wants to talk to. Is it Helen or Ellen with an H or an E?
Helen St. George.
Okay, so Thulsa's going to talk to Helen to try to suss out, like, what is she like? What skills are you bringing? We've got this team. We're all working together. Obviously, your team kind of tricked and abandoned you, but what can you do? What can you bring to this little table?
A rapier sense of wit. Yeah, fucker.
Oh, that's going to really keep you alive. It seems to have served you very well so far.
You're like me. I like you. I can tell we're the ones in charge, aren't we? Eh? Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. They pull it out of their ass. But I mean, seriously, you have nothing with you. Obviously, he took everything. But if you're going to come, you have to be able to defend yourself. You have to be able to do something. What can you do?
Fuck now, I'm fucking done, man. I can't do it anymore. I can't go out there by myself. I've fucking got a nail gun wound. She stares daggers back at Dixon. Got a fucking Easter egg on the back of me head. It looks like it's back to the bell for me. So it looks like I'm in the rec center, eh? That means it's close to the dock. I'm gonna fucking slag my way up to the reception and give old Arcadia a call.
Before you
Where
go,
did you
would you mind telling us? Before you go, would you mind telling us about the floor? And do you have a map that you've got on your data pad or whatever a map
right
would be stored on? Okay.
I haven't been that
Anything we
deep.
should be aware of?
Is my first dive, but might be my last. We'll see how it goes. I would love to know where that fucking artifact went, though, and Little John with it.
Yeah.
How did you get past the security checkpoint?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got in the goddamn locker.
What was the last thing you remember? Yeah.
Well, we were putzing around the skeleton works down below in the factory. Found a really weird looking thing, like a round, heavy black sphere, but it's relatively small, like this, smaller than my head. And when we touched it, these like mechanical beetle-like legs came out of it. It scuttled about.
Thulsa's eyes light up at that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that every day. And we're like, this is one of those fucking artifacts that Arcadia was talking about. Probably a couple million cred.
Well, I do have some bad news. Little John was not in the Bell, and we did not see any ships or vessels that he may have been in. So depending on how long you've been in this locker, which I know you don't know, he could still be in here.
Good. I hope he's fucking rotten.
No, wait a minute. You came through the Bell, right? You came in, you talked to Arcadia, you came through the Bell. You were brought to the station. You've come through reception, right?
Yeah, man. Jesus,
you remember this part?
You're fucking...
Oh, wait. I still have a nail gun. Watch it. You did all these things. So you passed through security.
What do you want to know, Dixon?
How did you do it?
I don't fucking know. It's me, John. I don't know. They're divers. Divers are in the station, and they figure out a way. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
made
the
it
reason I
past.
was asking is if like there's some obvious like, oh yeah, you just have to wave a red flag or something, and it would be like
You
everyone
give up
knows
your
that.
gun.
She remembers that she took the elevator down.
Oh,
She
you
does
took
remember.
the lift.
Okay.
Okay, the lift.
Okay.
That's very helpful. Thank you.
A couple more questions. And while I'm asking this, John, just to be thorough, I want to kind of not wrap. It's be a little unnerving. I'm going to wrap my finger on the back of each locker to see if there's a different sound of hollowness or density as I do so.
Yeah, I mean, nothing that's going to kind of tip you off that there's something secret there. I mean, they all have different resonances and stuff, but
Yeah, but nothing that's like, oh, this is clearly okay, cool. Hostiles. Did you see any?
we've seen some hostiles. Yeah.
What did they look like?
Oh, they're fucking androids, is what they are.
Oh, they don't welcome. Well,
Some don't mind, some do. We've come across some that do. Listen, when you go down the elevator, all right, you're going to get to a place that's called Eden, is what they call it. And there's two types of androids down there. There's the Chosen, and then there's the one that I can't remember the name of. Give me a second. The Fallen. That's what they were called.
oh,
Okay.
I didn't know the Abramic religions had made their way to the Cloud Bank synthetic production facility.
And,
I don't know if I go that
how,
far. They're both kind of
how-
unnerving, and they both worship Monarch. But the Fallen, well, they may both. I have a feeling that at a turn of I don't know the fucking phrase. On the turn of a dime, they'll become homicidal maniacs. But the Fallen, they're a touchy ones. They're touchy. You say something wrong about them, if you say something nice about the Chosen, oh boy, you're hell to pay. We were running all over the place when, remember, little John just made a little quip. No humor, those androids.
So
can you tell the difference by just looking at them?
Not
Do
really.
they
Well,
wear,
the
like,
Fallen
big
usually are a little
C
bit.
or a big F?
They're a little bit more mopey, not dressed quite as well. A little bit more hunchback, like they've got the weight of the world on their shoulders.
So you're like your family back home, yeah?
So if I could clarify something, John, I missed. It's the Fallen who can turn on a dime and become homicidal maniacs.
She has the impression that both kinds likely could, but the Chosen seem to have more of their shit together than the Fallen. The Fallen seem to have a major chip on their shoulder, is the point that she's trying to
Sure. All right. Would you like an escort back to the dock?
Nah, I know where it is. It's right past the checkpoint up out there.
All right. Do we want to let her go on her way and see if she indeed goes to the dock?
Listen,
One more question. What is Eden? Is that the habitation level where all the androids live, or what is that?
no, I think what little John and I picked up was that it used to be like the visitor accommodations, like a hotel of some sort, maybe. Completely refurbished, though, by the androids, or either that or Monarch.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
they
now
all-
it's
we
full
didn't-
of androids living there. Is that the idea?
There's a lot of androids down there. Aye, there is, and they all answer to a king, a self-appointed king called the Chosen King. Gas mask wearing freak. All sorts of cables coming out, sitting on his fucking throne. The whole 9 yards. All a bunch of bullshit. Don't know where they
Androids
picked
are
it up.
weird, aren't they?
They're fucking awful. And but we got a little surprised by him, but we kept our manners about us, and he let us go through. Thank God. That brought us to the access point where we could get down to the factory floor itself, level 3. Now, speaking of which, that little John fucker is down there. You tell him I'm gonna fucking get him. Or feel free.
right.
You want to do the job for me? No problem. You find that fucking artifact. You bring it back. Give me proof of little John's death. Maybe we split the proceeds, eh?
That doesn't sound particularly beneficial to our
not really how it works.
Position. If you would like to split the proceeds of the artifact, we welcome you to join us down to find your friend, rather than taking a nail to the arm and fleeing back to the bell, as it were.
Just
My
a nail.
fucking arm's a little fucked up at the moment, but that actually does sound like a very tempting offer. I'd love to see the look in his eyes. Oh, I would. So she's basically saying like, if you can make it, she's in a lot of pain right now.
Yeah.
Right. So she kind of wants to rest a little bit, but she would be willing to join you, and she would be at this. If she joined you, she would be what's known as a contractor, which is Mothership's version of a retainer.
Okay.
So she would have a very sort of simple stat block, but she would be beneficial to you. You would think, maybe.
Of course. I don't have any means of healing her further, unfortunately.
No.
So, and I don't know that I trust her enough to take a rest with her in here.
It's more like for flavor. I'm just kind of saying, like, so she lost like a couple of health points. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm just thinking
100%.
realistically, like the people that you're petitioning her to join your party, but you're also the party that also wounded her.
Of course.
She's bleeding heavily, so she basically wants to take what the equivalent of a rest first. Right?
Okay. So yeah, why don't we in an olive branch, right? An effort of a symbol of good faith. Let's walk her down the hall a bit, at least to the stairs, see her up so that she can make it back safely with Arcady, rest up, and then we'll be on good terms with her. When we get back, we can hire her.
Or we go to the cafeteria, we take a minute, make a cup of coffee, relax, try to lose some stress. Maybe you find some more towels to wrap her arm up, and get her on her feet and give her a cup of coffee. She wakes her up a little and she's ready to go.
There is that stuff. That equivalent, Ted, is actually here as well. Like there's like a bench press bench, right? So she could lay down on that. There are towels that are kind of scattered around because of the gym.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like all that stuff that you want to do, you could actually do here if you wanted to,
including the coffee.
No coffee, unfortunately. That is true.
I brought instant coffee.
He
from
did.
the bell,
Oh shit!
or from our ship.
Yeah.
He did. And all I need is a way. I've got a pocket welder that could heat up a pot of water if we had a pot, but probably don't.
She'll just chew on the grinds. She's that kind of lady.
We got to go back that way anyway. I think for the lift, we could stop by the cafeteria. Why don't you come with us, Mount?
I'd also like to explore just what's on the other side of the security point, Bravo. If y'all are
Yeah, that small door we haven't looked at yet.
No, on the other side of the security point.
Okay, so
Bravo,
you want to leave? Do you want to leave her here for now, then, and then keep going, or what?
I tell you what. Why don't you stay here? Let's go look at the door across the hall. And we'll come
See
back
if there are any medical supplies.
Make sure it's safe.
Here's a towel. Hold her on that arm. Keep it elevated.
Keep an eye out to see if it's going to be fucking infected. Get some fucking tetanus.
Oi, you think I got rusty nails? Come on. I'm a contractor with pride. Come on.
All right, so I'm gonna proceed to the other room.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, so this is a much smaller door, and inside you can see why, because it looks like it was used for storage at some point, so much like a storage closet. But it's interesting. There are a bunch of smashed chairs in here that looks like they were stacked, like they're like the same like cafeteria chairs, but extra ones, right? Smashed chairs, bunch of broken shelves, like Metro Rack sort of shelves, and just like destroyed boxes of like cartons of stuff like all over the place, just like all over the room. But interesting. So that's kind of what you expected when you sort of open the door.
Sure.
Nothing's out of except for the mess. Nothing's out of place.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is that onto the wall there is with like a bunch of duct tape, just completely attached to the wall physically with duct tape, appears to be a very wonky jury rigged retina scanner that's like attached to the wall, and there's like cabling that kind of comes down from it and like disappears into like the wall. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely attached, but it looks like it was like affixed and then like hastily just sort of like put up onto the wall. And there's a label that has been made out of a piece of duct tape and then written on with like a Sharpie that says access.
Huh.
Right underneath the scanner itself.
I will proceed and put my eyes up to it.
It's not going to work. You're an android. It's for humans. I guarantee it.
Okay, so
I don't know.
David, when you walk up, and it is at that level like where you could just like an average human could walk up and like get their eyes scanned, right? There's like a sort of like a VR goggle sort of inset, like you would put your face against it with like a headrest, but it's very sort of it's very pieced together, right? Like it's been, so you do it, right?
It just occurred to me this could be a trap that shoots needles into my eyes, actually.
Absolutely, it is. 100%.
I'm going to
check for traps.
I mean, rather than roll check for traps, I'm going to take a. I have this pseudo flesh, I guess. the mask. That would be really horrifying. Now, I'm just going to take some detritus. You said there's a lot of cardboard boxes, like some like softer trash material, maybe some crumpled paper, something like that. And the goal is just to sort of like crumple it or create like a mask that would roughly go into a goggle-shaped size and sort of like push it in there,
We're making a little fake eyeball.
So if it's a contact trap, you'll set it off.
It's a contact trap. I'll set it off. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, you wad up some cardboard and paper and into the general shape of like goggles, and you put those into the scanner, right? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
So you see that there is a like a green flash of light emanating from the scanner itself that's sort of blocked because of like your hand is in there, with the goggles, and there's just a slight sort of like whir of electronics where like a bzzz, and then it fades away.
Okay.
And nothing seems to happen. Oh, and then I would say that actually the green light turns to red after like a split second.
I have computers as a skill. There's wiring. This is jury rigged, so the mechanics of its wiring seem pretty obvious, I'm assuming. Can I follow the wiring to anything that looks like a source panel or circuit board?
No, it looks like it goes into
connected.
the wiring within the wall itself.
Okay. And there's no like panel I could remove there.
The question, David, is it a access panel for humans to get in and androids can't? Or is it an android detector of some kind? Or is it made for androids so humans can't get in?
All valid questions. Do you want to put your eyes in there and try it?
There's no
Or do
door,
you want me
by
to
the way.
try to
if you're-
hotwire it or whatever?
Did
Yeah.
I make that clear? Because it sounds like you're
You
talking
did,
about like,
but
yeah.
It says
It may be
access,
to
so
something else. Yeah.
it does something. So, yeah, you know what? I think it's for humans. I'm going to put my face in there, John.
Okay, so Dixon, you push David out of the way.
I politely tap him on the shoulder. And
Allow me.
Let me
to-
try.
All right. So
I
you
heard
go up.
when he's sitting in there. I whisper in his ears. I heard what you said about androids when you were talking to Helen. Not very
supposed to. I said it out loud.
not very cordial. I expect better from a union man.
And right after David does those imprecations, Dixon, you put your eyes into the scanner. You see nothing except darkness for the split second. But then after a split second, do you know, you remember Men in Black? The movie Men in Black?
Flashy thing.
That's why she doesn't remember.
And,
Oh,
no, I'm not saying that's what the result is.
Oh.
What I'm saying is it's like
that might be what happened to Helen. Is what I'm saying.
Hold on, I haven't even described what happened yet.
Oh, sorry. I got excited.
There is a there like that kind of button thing. There's like that kind of ping, and then like a that sound of like an old camera it being exposed, like a poof, that sort of thing. And there's like a blinding flash of light in your eyes, and then it goes dark. Right now, what you guys see is, and this all happens in this split second, and then Dixon, you just sort of step back, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but nothing. You didn't gain access to anything.
Right here.
Yeah, there's no indication on his face of anything wrong. What you guys saw was a bright white light. It wasn't the green, and then it started green, and then there was a white flash that coincided with that sound. And then it just went dark. So there was no red, like negative sort of reaction. There was something definitely occurred, but you don't see.
Dixon,
nothing seems to have been changed.
Dixon, I believe they may now have a perfect retinal scan of your eye for any synthetic they might need to produce in this, I'll remind you, synthetic production facility. I can't wait to meet your twin.
I mean, retinal scan's not going to give him my actual face and DNA, but sure.
No,
Dixon,
for sure.
Can you make
get
me
piece by piece?
Dixon, can you make me a Ben's check, please? For no particular reason.
Has my Ben's changed from that number that I had?
No.
Okay.
Another 0. Do it. Another 0.
This time I rolled a 95.
Okay, then you succeed.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No big deal.
I rolled a lot of 90 things today. It's a little annoying. All right, so that didn't do anything in terms of I hear grumbling or rewinding of gears in the wall, or I didn't get a little receipt that says you now have access to the entire station or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay.
And John, the ceilings in here, are they like those drop panel ceilings? Like, can we go up there and like lift the acoustic tiles out and see what's in the crawl space, or
Man,
is it open or just like dead up there?
Where? I'm sorry.
The ceiling, right? Is there a drop ceiling with like acoustic panels and stuff that we could push aside?
It's too specific. Solid? It's like basically like I'm just going by the module here. Like if there is some sort of access, I'll let you know. Like you could say like you look, and yes, there is drop panel ceilings, that whole sort of thing. But it's like there's not.
But it's all closed off.
There's no means of like getting to some other place. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dixon. What was your mother's name?
Martha.
Of course.
Was that his mother's name, John?
What? I don't know, Ted. You tell me. Was that your mother's name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, man.
Just making sure. How are you feeling? Are you dizzy at all?
No, actually, it was Annie.
Annie.
Annie and Charles are my parents.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Raise my wolves.
I am going to.
Well, we found stuff in other rooms under piles of stuff while he's futzing around, putting his face in there, and while he's making fake eyeballs. I want to dig under this stuff, see if because before we found that cool landmine.
Yeah.
And I want to look underneath stuff. Has anything been hidden away by people, like disguised by all this junk? Just looking around.
Does not appear to be anything of value. This whole thing took another turn, though. It is now precisely noon, and that actually brings us to our first break. So why don't we take care of that, and we will be right back. All right, we're back. Bladders empty, beers full. Okay, so storage center, you went rummaging around. Ted did the retina scanner, or Dixon did the retina scanner. Didn't find anything in the room.
Matt, did you find any good binder clips?
Yes, I found several binder clips. Do you want them? Yeah.
They're very handy. I'm going to throw a couple binder clips in my backpack, John.
I love your little foraging, Ted.
Sure, why not?
And speaking of foraging, I think I want to take this scanner thing.
Well,
it's just taped. It's just taped to the wall. Well, she'd bring it up to you. What do you think?
I want to open it up and see, because the thing is, it's an optics device. It may be connected to a computer elsewhere that's doing information, but the actual like mechanics, and I have computers as a skill, of how it works might be useful for us to, pop off the panel or whatever and start looking at the back of it.
I think we should disconnect it before we do that. But what are you going to say?
My face up to it, the mechanism for opening up the panel on this is activated by putting your face up to it, David. You got to.
There is a panel.
You just got to put your face in there, and it'll open right up. It's perfect.
I'm not doing that. There's not a panel at all. Yeah.
There is no panel.
Okay, but the wires go into a seam somewhere in the wall. I think this isn't like something we can weaponize per se, and I'm not going to try to break it. But John, I'd like to go because it's kind of just like sitting there, kind of dangling, right? More or less, kind of fixed the wall.
It's just taped.
It's just taped to the wall.
I'm gonna remove the tape.
Chunk.
Yeah. I'm gonna remove the tape. I'm gonna pull it away from the wall and look at the back of this thing.
Okay, so it doesn't appear to be like much of interest on the back, right? It's a relatively flat surface on the back, but there's like thick cabling that comes out of the bottom of it.
Right? Yeah. Basically, I just want to remove I mean, it's constructed because there are lenses within it. So I want to try to like pry the back off and look at the back of the lenses and see what exists that these cables are connected to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's just you have a tool set like screwdrivers and shit like
Ted
that.
Tez does. Yeah.
Well, I actually have an electronics tool set, which might be even more applicable here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually. I was actually reading that today. That's a good point. Whenever you're kind of making up things that might be in your individual tool sets, Ted, yours is very much like a construction worker's tool set, right?
Absolutely.
Like the more fine tools, I think would probably be more appropriate here for this. But a screwdriver is a screwdriver, so like you're able to open up the back panel, and there's just a mess of fucking electronics back there.
Yeah.
Are the cables like power or fiber optic or something?
I don't know, man.
It looks like, I mean, obviously there's some kind of like
tell me what the goal is, and then I'll
some
give you an
kind of
answer.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm wondering is this thing drawing a lot of power for some weird reason, or is it like a data heavy thing? This is transferring a ton of data very quickly.
You don't
because
know.
there's a big fat cable.
Unless
there
you have
would
some
be
sort of
like
skill.
there would be a circuit board, right? Like a Raspberry Pi or something like that, because those would have to connect to it. So you would see the connection, ports or whatever in there. You would see some cathodes or whatever. I'm not a computer, expert, right? And you would see perhaps like a wire that would connect to the lenses or the flash mechanism to that.
Just hold on. So this is all going way too granular, especially for me. Just let me know, David. You're the one looking at it. What is the question that you're seeking an answer to? Or what do you want to do with the thing?
Essentially, I'd like to disassemble it, or at least like unplug the cables from the wall, right? And then I'd also like to deduce like what is creating the like scan/flash through those lenses, right?
Okay,
like,
and you have computers.
I have computers, yeah.
Okay, so with your computer skill, you can tell that there is definitely something. This scanner has been repurposed for something than its original intent.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to tell you can find. You can also determine with your computer skill that you don't have any engineering or mechanical repair or anything like that, do you?
No.
You know
David,
somebody else who does, yeah.
But so when you're looking at it though, David, you're not quite sure because you don't have this expertise, but you have a feeling that removing the cabling has a high chance of damaging the machine in some sort of way, because the cabling, like I said, it's not like it's just like a power cable that goes into a socket. It's like thick cabling, like a conduit that goes into like the wall, so trying to disassemble it whole and not damaging it would probably require a roll, is what I'm trying to say.
That makes sense.
I think I would warn you, when I see you doing that, I'm like, okay, well, if this is pretty, hardwired in there, you start pulling this thing, it's going to kill it.
Yeah,
it's going to be
Thulsa, you would probably
tough.
have the best chance of actually doing that without harming it, but it would still be a roll because it's something that's not, it's a little bit different than what its intended purpose was meant for.
Yeah.
If you fail, that's a stress. Is this worth the stress?
Yes. It's a game.
Stress for me.
I mean, no, I fair point. I think we're going to rest very soon. That was the goal, to rest next before we go to any other floors in exploration, which will mitigate stress. I don't want to put the stress on Matt, so if he doesn't want to try, I'll try without Matt's expertise, right? And y'all can leave the room in case you don't want to get off. No, it's fear, not stress. But I think it's worth having with us. Yes.
Okay, so it would just be a matter.
I mean, I've already said that I'm curious. Like she's already kind of being a pack rat. So I'll take a chance. I've got this, like you said. I think this works with mechanical repair, which I have a plus 15 to because I have expertise in that, and intellect's not too bad. So it's a fair shot.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you can roll. Let's see. You're not looking to do it quickly, right?
Yeah, I'll take my time.
Okay, so let's make it intellect, and you can add your mechanical repair.
Okay, so my intellect is 37, mechanical repair is 15. So what's that, 52?
52.
Okay, roll under 52. Here we go. Or not. That's a 74.
74. Okay. So
These
obviously
are the
that's gonna
dice that
take
always roll low.
it's going to take a turn. So you're also going to take a stress.
Damn.
Okay, I'm up to 9 now.
Ooh, and we get to change because now you're at 9.
Welcome, Matt.
Yeah, we're gonna change your little stress bar here. Yeah. There you go. All right. So yeah, you can take a stress in. So what I'm gonna say is okay. Hold on. Took some time, so don't mind me just rolling some dice for the fuck of it. And what I'm gonna say is you are able to detach it, Matt. Okay. But so you're able to detach the thing and pull out the cables out of the wall. But like drywall sort of comes out at the same time as you're like yanking out the conduits, and you pull a little bit too hard when there's a little bit of an obstruction, and there's just when you pull out the end of what you think the cables are, you can see that there's like dangling wires there, like you didn't do like a clean cut. Yeah. But it looks like I would say too that both you and David would probably be able to look at the ends of those wires and sort of determine like likely you, Thulsa, would with some time and effort, you would probably be able to jury rig that into workable shape if you managed to be able to find some sort of connector,
Sure.
in the future.
Okay,
Cool.
I'll mark optic scanner.
Weird retinal scanner.
Okay.
I'm gonna do one last thing and leave this be because there's some drywall. I'm gonna knock on the wall. Does it feel hollow?
Like normal drywall.
I'm gonna punch it as hard as I can.
Okay.
And roughly where like the cables seem to, or what I mean, whatever, like vaguely, like in a place that would seem like it might be more hollow because the cables are going to it.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm
your fist breaks through. It's typical stuff. Water lines, pipe. All that sort of stuff. Yeah.
On the other side, is there like a concrete or steel?
I don't know. It's just it's the inner workings of the.
We can leave it. We can leave it. We can
Doesn't
leave
go
it.
anywhere.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let us go.
All right, so you can go back the way you came, which goes back to the security checkpoint, which you can easily get through, and then the hallway.
We're gonna go get Helen.
What?
We're gonna go get
We
Helen.
gotta get Helen. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and there's also the corridor continues, and as I told you last session, it ends at a T intersection where there's a panel hallway basically goes in either direction at the end.
Oh, there's more corridor here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I didn't realize.
I didn't realize that either.
I said it last session. I did.
Okay.
Well, that may be, but we didn't realize it. So we went through checkpoint Alpha, and on the hallway there were doors to a rec center and a small door, and then the corridor continued.
That's correct. Yeah, until it gets.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, we should go look and see what. So it goes to a T intersection, right and left. We should go see what's down there.
You hear coming from the rec center. You hear a female voice, recognizable. Farewell and adieu to you, dear Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu.
Oh, I don't want to get her anymore. That's
Helen, do you have any idea what this object is? And I'll point at the scanner. You
so
said
you
you
went
didn't
back into the rec
remember
center?
being in this. Yeah.
Ah, you're back. I'm feeling so much better. Look what I found. And she pulls out like a little flask.
Nice.
Oh, great. Okay.
It was still in my jumpsuit.
Little John, is he handy with technology?
Little John, yeah, he was a fair cracker when it comes to the old little electronics.
I'll flash the scanner at Helen and say, "This looks like his work."
Oh, his work was. Fuck the guy, but his work was a little bit cleaner than that. I'll give him that much.
All right, fair enough.
Let me take a look at that thing.
Sure.
She like bobbles it in your hand. You're like, oh fuck. And she's like, what the fuck is this? And she like puts it up to her head, like just to try it out.
Does it work?
And it actually flashes. And she's like, what the fuck was that then?
Not even connected to anything. Oh.
She like tosses it across the floor.
Okay, I grab it.
that's very interesting.
What you trying to do to me?
Very interesting. Okay. Well, That's fascinating. All right. So do we want to escort her back to rest on the bell and then continue our adventuring without for now?
Well, if there's more stuff down this hallway, why don't we just leave her in the rec center and keep going down this hallway and see what we see?
Sounds good. Is it fair to say, just whether we need to use it now or not, for future case, these are like your classic alien style doors, right? They open automatically, or
these recent ones are just normal doors. Like
there's normal doors.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah, so like we determined like there's airlock doors which have like the depressurization chamber in between, bulkhead doors, which,
all the names, yeah.
right, and then there's like normal doors, and these
Cool.
last two were normal doors.
All right, never mind. I'll proceed northward into the hall.
So yeah, it's not really directional,
Just
but
continue down the hall.
down the hallway. Yes. The hallway that comes across it goes in either direction. You can see at the far end of one direction there is another lift, and in the opposite direction there appears to be stairways, a set of concrete stairs that goes upwards. But before it, there is actually a small little corridor that it looks like there's another door just right down that corridor.
I'll go to the small corridor and go open that door.
Okay, so that door is a relatively large, normal door, but it does actually say, it says Cloudbank Synthetics Production Facilities, offices.
I'll open.
Okay, you open it up, and there is red emergency lighting. That is basically like, not making a sound, but like it just like that kind of swirling emergency light, all through a very large, not industrial scale, but a very large cubicle-dominated office space, like one big room that just has a bunch of cubicles in it, right? Now the immediate thing that hits you is the red emergency lighting, and the fact that there's a really pungent stench of burning trash, and there is smoke that is filling the room and is like swirling in that red hazy light, right? Like, so the fact that that sort of like siren red light is moving, and then the smoke is sort of in it as well, kind of gives us like this very sort of eerie strobe, like you're like in a rave sort of club sort of thing, right? There are what appears to be like somewhere around like 40-ish cubicles, like a lot of cubicles that have either been moved around, like the walls have been moved around, or they've been converted into makeshift shelters and lean-to fortifications with tarps stretched over them and blankets, and it's like a kid's fortification dream, like when they were a kid, right? Like, or that episode of Community where they make like the big maze of, you know what I'm talking about?
I love it.
Yeah, so it's tarps everywhere strung up. There are clotheslines with actually like clothes like draped over them, and in the center of this large area, all the cubicles have been cleared out of the center of the room, and it's very obvious to you, even though you're not near the center of the room, that there is an active smoldering campfire of something burning like right in the middle of the room, which is obviously the source of all the smoke and the smell. And there's a whole bunch of opened tins with their lids kind of scattered about like trash all around that campfire.
I'm gonna go. Quite a campsite. Campers, anyone in here?
No answer. Dixon?
Is so the campfire's putting off smoke. We could smell it. Is there any evidence that the environmental handling is dealing with it, or like does this section seem to be filling with smoke?
It seems to be handling it, but there's quite a great quantity of smoke. So yeah, it is being filtered out, but it's not enough to like make the air clean. Yeah,
right. And
you definitely got a gust of it whenever you opened the door, right? Like it came.
Yeah,
yeah.
So the red lights are probably the fire system lights. Like there's a fire in here, but for whatever
Yeah.
reason the suppression's not going off.
Yeah,
or-
like you when you look up at the lights, Dixon, you can
Yeah.
also it actually as a teamster, that'd probably be your natural reaction too. It's like you look immediately for like a sprinkler system, and you do see there's like a all over the wall, all over the ceiling is sprinklers up, not working.
Do I see any ventilation? I'm going to look with Dixon. Ventilation that the smoke seems to be drawn into at any ceiling or corner of the room.
Yeah, so there are.
Yeah.
There's a number of like drop ceiling units that are that are flush with the drop ceiling itself that are sort of ventilate that are filtering out some of the smoke. You do notice when you're kind of surveying the area too, and it's kind of hard to see because you're kind of like peering through the red light and the smoke and all like the junk that's around. But almost directly across from you, but across the room, so a decent distance, there is a thick bulkhead door. That's across the room as well. It's the only other exit that you see.
I'm going to stand on one of these cubicles. We can just talk a meta because this could, again, like you said, not be an actual like air duct. If it's not a functional air duct and it's just flavor, no worries.
Mm-hmm.
If it is, I'm going to rip one of the ducts down and look.
Yeah, so
See if
there's no access.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is a makeshift camp for, divers.
And it looks like a diver
Go.
was here recently. So it's not like a roaring blaze, but there's a smoldering active trash on fire in that pit. Yeah, Dixon.
we don't hear any talk or singing, campfire songs, babies crying, anything weird like that.
The only thing you hear in that general vein is "Back the Way You Came" from one Ms. St. George.
Yes.
Seems to be having
I'm
a
gonna-
great time resting.
I'm going to approach the fire, and now that we've established that androids have all biological functions, I'm going to release the excess booze that is in my system onto the fire to try to put it out.
Okay, you can put it out.
Okay, and then I'll scatter the logs.
Oh, that's gross.
Do I see any like dusty footprints around or moving in any directions from this fire?
No, the place actually, even though it's filled with trash, is relatively free of dust.
Okay, cool. All right. Do the lights stop circling or cycling when the smoke sort of slowly dissipates? The fire's out.
No, not yet. No.
I don't know if the lights are a fire thing or like a emergency protocol thing. I'm curious.
Well, he's doing that if I'm, pushing aside tarps to look into little forts. Just do we see people, dead people, camp with supplies, like looking
So
at some of the.
you see no inhabitants, but there's signs of habitation everywhere, as I described. So there is lots of supply. There's no. I
guess
would
what I'm
say there's
getting
nothing
at-
there's nothing particularly valuable. So you're not going to find any weapons or ammo or stim packs or anything like that.
Right.
But I would say like there's lots of clothes. So if you wanted to find a jumpsuit or something like that, I don't think there's any like good armor though. And there's
I guess
like lots of like.
What I'm getting at is this a campsite for many people, or is it like
Many. Many.
there's multiple sleeping bags or
Yeah.
beds or whatever? Yeah. Okay.
So there's like around 40 cubicles, and almost every cubicle has been converted into some sort of shelter. Some of them have actually been converted into larger shelters where you might think like a group of divers maybe were hanging out, or a group of androids or something like that.
Okay.
John, I'm gonna go ahead, Matt. You
Matt
first.
hasn't
I
had a
was
chance.
just, yeah, I just want to, I want to call out, like, I think that there's some kind of camaraderie with, there's some competition as well, but I think that there's a lot of camaraderie with divers. And I think if we announce, obviously in a space like this, which is shared, Dew's getting that feeling. So she's going to call out, really, we're not hostiles. We're divers just like you. If anyone is around, it's okay to say hello. We're not hostile towards you. If you want to say hi.
Just eerie quiet in response.
Okay, that was spooky. But if you change your mind and want to talk, you can just call out.
Nothing.
Interesting.
All right.
I'm gonna take one of the tarps and fold it up and stow it in my inventory, John.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there any terminals remaining from the office days of this? You said no valuables, but there's no terminals. Okay.
No, there is no computers at all.
Cool.
Okay.
There definitely used to be. You could tell that. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Pick my way as I'm investigating, looking in, see if I find somebody as I head towards the bulkhead door.
Okay. Yeah. So just carefully kind of picking your way through. Nothing other than what I've already described presents itself, but you do have to sort of step around a lot of stuff and navigate your way through. When you get to the other side, Dixon, and you guys can see him as sort of like a hazy figure in the dissipating smoke. You get to this bulkhead door, and you can see that there is a clear symbol. It probably looks. I think there is actually a symbol on the map for this, so it's whatever the symbol is for escape pods.
Ooh, okay.
Is on there.
Let me see if I can find
We do have a symbol for it. Yeah.
Yeah, there is one in there. It's got an E or something on it. Is that bulkhead open or closed?
It is the door. The door is closed. Yeah.
Okay. I will call out to guys, tell them this is, hey, it's escape pods here, and I'll start cycling the door.
Okay, so trying to get the door open, you can easily tell immediately that it is locked.
Okay. I will try and find the locking mechanism from this side and see what kind of lock it is. If it's something I can jigger open, or if it needs, a little more finesse electronics wise, or if it's
Likewise,
mechanical or something.
So, Dixon, don't forget I have a VIP key card for the corporation.
Yeah, let me find that kind of lock.
If there's a scan or anything like that, I can proffer that as well for you. Just FYI.
Let me check here. Oh my God!
The retinal scanner. I'll look in it and see if it gives me.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't say like what would it's technically it's an airlock door. What like a locked airlock door would be like what? Like I don't even know how that would lock.
I feel like there are two. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think there are two possibilities of any sort of like cassette tech era thing. A scanner, like we're talking about, a keypad, maybe a keypad, and just in general, it's very common to have the like old school like like almost like diving wheel type thing.
Those are what closes the door tightly, so that is an effective atmosphere barrier.
No, but it's very common in sci-fi for there to be manual locking, like a latch. Alien Isolation, for instance, the video game has a bunch where it's like a lever or like a wheel,
mechanical
just a thing that could be a mechanical alternative if power is down. I think I'm just saying those are. It's up to John, but those are things that exist.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a mechanical thing then. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and I get what you're trying to get at. Like a bulkhead door is intended to prevent depressurization, right? Yeah. So they have to close very tightly, but because they're intended to be like for emergencies, you don't normally lock them in the sense of like I have to have a key to open it.
It doesn't matter.
No.
This is here. I make a ruling. It's a mechanical lock on the door.
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
Then I'm going to try and jigger it open. Whether it's a question of like using a pry bar or getting a screwdriver in there or a wrench or whatever, I'm going to try and open the door, John.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to try to force the door then. Using
I'm going to try and force the lock.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't want to compromise the ability of the door to hold atmosphere. But I just want to open the lock so I can open the door.
Well, let me add before you do that, because Thulsa would offer, mechanically minded as she is, could she, with her mechanical repair skills, use that to see if she could unlock this without forcing it, so that we could? This seems like a good seal to keep if we can keep it. Right?
Yeah.
Does this seem like a mechanical lock that requires?
We don't want to make that
like
like too broad of a thing. Like it really is like repair, right? And there's nothing broken here. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I don't want that to be applied too broadly.
Is this a key or like a keypad lock that we're looking at? Or what? Like what kind
I don't fucking know. It's just I don't know. I don't know. Just make a roll. What do you want to apply to it?
Well, let's let Ted force it then.
I'm going to force it. Yes.
Okay. Are you using a skill?
I'm going to use strength and in either 0G because it's a bulkhead or industrial equipment because it's the kind of thing I deal with.
Industrial equipment. Use that.
Okay. All right, so that's a
I'm
47
gonna go ahead
strength.
and close my close my visor on
Yeah,
this one.
I actually will
just
too,
in case.
actually.
Okay.
47 strength plus 10 industrial equipment. And I rolled a 24.
Okay, so you succeeded. All right, so you wrench open the lock. You can hear it sort of snap, and the door remains closed. But you think you could probably turn the wheel.
Now I'll turn the wheel and undo the little latches on the sides and stuff.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you spin the wheel and you open it up. There is no depressurization, so
Good.
you open it up, and beyond there is a remarkably different room than what you just stepped out of. Extremely clean, like the cleanest room that you've seen so far in the deep. It's that clean, like sparkling clean. And inside, it almost defies like the cassette tech sort of aesthetic. Is that it's sort of like this gleaming white, and there are these kind of smooth egg-shaped pods, and there are 11 of them. They all have like a view screen and all that sort of stuff. Big wide doors that can open up, and you can sit inside, and a control panel to launch them and all that sort of stuff. And it's just like they're all labeled like 1 to 11 basically, and they are extremely. You don't even have to ask the question. It's very obvious that these have not been touched in a long time. Used
All of them present. Sorry.
yeah, all of them all of them are there. Oh, and I should say they're actually a little bit different than I was making up the egg thing, but they're quite large actually. Each of them, so I guess they're more like sphere shaped, and inside each of the spheres is 3 cryopods each inside each of the 11 spheres. Okay. And in each of the pods, also there looks to be like a decent amount of survival supplies in them. So there's obviously the oxygen supply, and there's MRE style water and food in there as well.
Okay. Out of curiosity, are there any? I don't know what movie I'd be hearkening to, but you know how sometimes you'll have a miniaturized oxygen tank with a breather for purely oxygen, right? It's not going to keep you safe in the vacuum of space, but it's like an emergency thing for O2 going low.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's like almost like a it's like this size. You know what I'm talking about? Like you've seen
I
them
think
in the
that's
movies,
actually in
kind
the
of like
thing here.
Like the tank of oxygen you buy in Boulder, Colorado, or whatever when you're too high.
Exactly.
There's one actually in the equipment list, a rebreather.
I'm going to grab one at least. My thinking is I don't need it for breathing. It's both useful for breathing and oxygen is a combustible. So if we need to get wily, it's an improvised weapon potentially is what I'm thinking, guys.
Wait, where are you getting this from?
I'm saying because it's an oxygen tank and oxygen is combustible. While
That's
it's
not what
good to have.
He said, "Where did you get it?"
I thought you just said there was one in the pod.
No. I was just saying that there's there is enough air in there to survive for a while. Sorry.
There's oxygen in the pod. I thought you said there were oxygen tanks.
Not a tank.
Sorry.
I mean, there's obviously like an oxygen supply, but it's not like a personal oxygen supply. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
cool.
More important.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Are these pods? And I'm sure I would recognize this immediately. Are these like a standard? Oh, it's an emergency. You jump in, you hit the go button, and it pops you away from the station, and then you float till someone picks you up. Or are these pods? Do they have drives? Do they have manipulator arms? Can they do things?
They can't really, but they're pretty sophisticated. In that it looks to be like they have sort of like a beacon, right? That could be sent, that sort of thing. Some rudimentary comms that looks at a cursory glance that they could that you're not they can't reach that far. The beacon probably can, and the way that they're sort of, but there is no sort of manipulator. There's no drive or anything like that. They're basically shot out.
So I can't fly it back to the bell.
You cannot fly it. That's correct. There is no navigation. And the way that they sort of are set in the wall, in the far wall of the room, is it's like one hemisphere is sort of showing, and it's like likely that the back half of the hemisphere is like in the void of space. You know what I mean? And they're all like in their own little
Okay.
little sockets. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The doors are open, and you would just have to run in and jump and hit the go kind of button.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And you can see that they're sort of like in a seam. They're in their housing. It's quite likely that there is an iris door that would like immediately close behind it in order to avoid depressurization once it's launched.
I'll say
John,
this. I mean, go ahead, Matt.
I want to go into one, John, and I want to check and make sure, like it looks, you said that this area looks pristine. I want to go in, I want to make sure that one of those is in, at least one is in, excellent operational order. Like everything's set, oxygen tank's full, powers, batteries are all set. I want to make sure at least one of these is.
At least one does appear that way, and all the others at a cursory glance also appear to be that way.
Okay. I went on that one that I identify as perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to make it look fucked up with some of the random stuff and like little wire. I've been like pulling wires and stuff. I want to make this look like it's been fucked up. I don't want to mess it up at all, but like unimportant things. I want to like loosen a panel. I want to like take the seat, one of the seats, and just like pull some of the stuffing out. Okay. And I want to on the door or above it in a marker from my toolkit. I want to write "fucked up, do not use."
Okay,
and
cool.
This way we know
it.
that one's ours, and nobody else should want that.
You can totally do that with mechanical repair. I won't even make you make a roll. It'll just take time. It'll take a turn. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I think that's good. Now we have one that's really marked as like one that nobody else is probably going to want.
Yes.
It just in case.
While he's doing that, to get an additional turn if it needs to be, I just want to get a sense of, I'm not trying to launch, to be clear, but I want to get a sense of, because I presume there's a terminal of some sort, of if I boot one up, what kind of information systems exist on it. Like I want to boot an OS on one, maybe the one we just fucked up, but like just to see what is on that computer system.
Like what's the pod capable of, you mean?
Well, not just what it's capable of, but like, I mean, if it's a computing system, it might maybe have, I guess so. Yeah, I want to have the general sense of what the OS is, and if it's the equivalent technologically of just hitting a big red button and escaping, that's fine. It could have no other functionality, but it is a computer, so I'm just curious.
It's going to have a beacon. It's going to be able to run the cryo.
Yeah,
it's going to be able to run life support.
Yeah,
maybe comms.
Yeah, so it appears to be localized only to the escape pods themselves.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks at a cursory glance that if it even has the capability of going deeper, that is probably heavily protected. But you're dealing with life support systems. But it's basically everything that you kind of think it would require.
Absolutely.
Launch, monitoring levels, comms, that whole thing.
But there isn't like
it's interesting
name
that
your executive title in order to use this sort of like prompt or like that password kind of thing, because we're in a corporate office, so I'm making sure it's a general use, not like a executive pod, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not asking for any sort of proper, like, because it's for an emergencies, right? There are emergency stuff like all over the place, like do not touch, only in case of emergency, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That sort of thing. Make sure you're wearing your vac suit, all that sort of stuff.
Right.
But it's meant for emergency use, so it's not like it's anyone can use it in case of emergency.
Anyone can use it is all I really wanted to know out of this. Cool.
Yes,
Cool.
correct, yeah.
All right.
Are all the supplies you mentioned only on board the pods, or is there other stuff in the room, or is it just an empty room with 11 pods?
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no vac suits hanging here. No spare tanks for vac suits.
No, but pristine, like pristine.
Yeah.
Super clean.
All right.
I think we should re-lock this with the mechanical lock. And
like put the lock back. Whatever I broke, try and
fix it
with some gum and duct tape or whatever. Make it look like I didn't break it if I can.
I think it'd be fair to say that you like have engineer's tools. Like if it's a big bolt, right? It's not like you shattered the bolt to open it. It's just you have adequate tools. I don't know. I'm just pitching.
My point being that if I pried something off to be able to open the door, or I broke a lock, I want to take the parts and stick them back up. You know, wad
so
duct tape on their side or whatever. Make it look like you didn't.
So Dixon, when you open the door, you don't have the expertise to have done that with any sort of finesse. So definitely something broke. Now you do have Thulsa, who can either do it or can help you out do it, and to give you advantage on any sort of roll you want to do to somehow jury rig that lock back into place. But there is definitely a chance that lock is no longer functioning. Thulsa is your Thulsa is
no. You're missing the point. I'm not even remotely trying to fix the lock.
Oh, okay.
I am trying to make it close the door and make it look like no one busted the lock.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like, you know, I broke something and I don't want to repair it. We want to be able to get through this fast without having to try and open it again with a crowbar.
That's
And I mean,
someone walking by goes, "Hey, that lock's busted." They're going to go in and fuck with stuff.
Right.
So if we just put the plate back on, you know, some gum, whatever.
Sure.
I would argue also that a space trucker would have that skill to a very, very high degree. You break stuff all the time and you make it look like it's not broken. Because if it right?
I love it. I love it.
You guys, I swear, you guys would never fly in space again if you knew what happened below decks. You would shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cool.
That triple fail-safe stuff, that's because the first two have already failed. You're running on the last one 99% of the time.
That's right,
And I'll also say to Thulsa and Dixon, though I don't know that it will ever be applicable, but make a mental note of the general arrangement and shape of this array, because if we see it from the external surface of the ship, because we know it's like the other side of the hemisphere on the outside, we will be able to identify where it's located.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. We need to take our second break, so let's do that,
Perfect.
and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Bladders empty, beers full. All right. So as you rig the door to look like it hasn't been opened, basically,
Exactly.
and you turn back into the room, remember that there's again, like, just because you pissed on the campfire doesn't mean like the smoke just sort of goes away like quickly, right? So it's still relatively smoky in here. And so you're having a little bit of trouble seeing all the way through, but you definitely hear across the room, through all that wreckage that you went through and all the little camps and stuff like that, you hear the door that you entered in by, like from the corridor, quietly shut. Like you hear like a clicking.
Okay, I'm going to get out
hear
my nail
like
gun.
a little bit like you can kind of hear like the sound of like padding feet walking through trash sort of thing, you know, but not being too particularly stealthy, you know, like you can kind of hear footsteps in the room. But the light is causing like shadows to kind of play through the smoke and all that kind of stuff. You can't really tell. But you guys all get like real still.
I'm going to duck into either one of the cubicles or like the tarped cubicles if that's nearby. Just something to hide under, you know, or hide in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll also take some cover behind some of those. Yeah.
Everyone make a fear save. Dixon and Thulsa make it at a disadvantage because your android's being weird.
Weird. He's not near me anymore. I can't see him.
My fear again is 88, and I rolled a 38, so I'm fine.
Very good.
Okay, my fear is a 19. I rolled a 6 and a 95.
Okay, yeah.
So I guess I'll take the 95.
So you fail, yeah. All right.
My fear is a 35, and I rolled a 29 and a 13. Cha-ching.
So you made it. Yeah. Okay. Great.
I made it. I twice made it.
I'm feeling so confident about the job you just did. You have feared no man. Or
I am extremely strong, and I have a crowbar in one hand and a nail gun in the other. I'm ready.
Okay. So, all of you guys basically dove for cover, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm going to say that David and Thulsa, you manage, like, you pick up on the noise and you kind of make signals like shh, and you sort of hide behind whatever you guys said. Dixon, whenever you might make your move, you're a little bit jumpy because of your failed fear save, and you step on like a box or something like that, and like it crumbles.
Wait.
Not me.
Dixon passed.
I'm sorry, Thulsa. My bad.
I failed. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Opposite. Yeah. Thulsa, you accidentally step on a box and it crumples underneath you. You hear a female voice, but not Helen's. It sounds much younger than Helen. Is someone in the camp? Someone, help me. They're after me.
She'll call out. I don't know who you are. Are you? I mean, we're divers on our first dive. Who are you?
Okay. You sound nice. My name's Tess. Show yourself. I've got a gun.
Okay. No, see, those two things don't go well together. You having a gun and me showing myself to get shot by it.
Okay. She and you see like a form sort of appear out of the smoke in front of you, probably about, I'd say, like 20 feet away. Slight, obviously female, but it's tough to tell because she's like draped in shadows and smoke right now. It looks like she's wearing like a high school like varsity jacket. So it's sort of like cinched around the middle, but kind of bulky, and it has like one of those big collar sort of things, But that's sort of like the shape. But her hands are up, but you can see in one of her hands that she has what appears to be just like an old school revolver, just like a handgun in her hand. She's like,
okay.
Ted, I'm a diver. Please, you got to help me. They're after me. They're never going to stop until
run around to the side, and she'll like hold up one hand and then the other, and like peek up at her and like wave her to one side.
Okay. She follows your direction.
Around.
Yeah.
Is there a way that you can gesture her to go to a place where we would be flanking? We would be behind her in the cubicles we were hiding in. Does that make sense?
No.
So she's facing away from us.
Yeah, well, I'm just kind of circling her around. Like if we're in the back and she's in the front, I'm circling her around to the side. So kind of, yeah.
I'm so glad I found someone. Seriously, I'm not. I don't mean anything. I was just looking for a safe place to hide.
Who's after you?
Yeah, who is it? Who is chasing you?
Those fucking bounty hunters, man. Steady and Bebop. They're coming for me.
Oh, what a session for Mike to miss.
Oh, God. Are they cowboys though? That's the real question. Yeah.
Listen, man, we can help each other. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm just looking for a place to hide.
Hide here, please. I will also.
Are you talking now?
Yeah,
Dixon's talking. Okay, I'm still quiet. I'm still hiding.
that's fine.
Yeah, coming around, duck down, hide behind one of the cubicles. Yeah.
Okay, she does so. Do you meet up with her?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's pretty obvious that she's relatively young. She looks to be about maybe 19 or 20 years old. She's got dirt that's sort of streaking across her face. Her mouse brown hair has been pulled back into like a bun, but that bun is sort of not a bun, a ponytail, but it's sort of starting to come undone a little bit, like wisp everywhere. One of her eyes is pretty bloodshot, and she's got some bruises on her arms and things like that. Looks like doesn't look like she's harmed, just like she's been through the mill a little bit. She's got that revolver, and her varsity jacket actually says Nova Burst on it, which you recognize as like a sports team from back on some other planet. Yeah.
John, while they're talking to her, can I be slowly moving the circumference of the room towards the door?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Trying to be it stealthily.
Towards the exit door, right? Towards the corridor.
Towards the door she just closed, yes.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I want to ask her why you said these bounty hunters? Why are they after you? What kind of bounty would they have for you?
What are bounty hunters doing on?
What are they doing on the ship? You got me. I mean, I guess like they've got a warrant out for me or something. I don't know. I don't know why they're after me.
This person's a psychopath, by the way. They're dressed in Ted, you missed it, but she is dressed in full high school cheerleader attire, or just a Letterman jacket, just like high school attire.
Yeah.
Like varsity jacket, yeah.
Varsity jacket.
Yeah.
A varsity jacket's fine. Is it also like a poodle skirt and patent leather shoes?
No,
or is
no,
it
no.
like over a jumpsuit?
It looks very like the varsity jacket's like looks to be oversized for her, like it was meant for like a football, for like a male football player.
Yeah.
So it's like oversized. Underneath though, she looks like she's wearing like fatigues and jumpsuit sort of thing. Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't sound crazy. I don't know, but okay. Do we hear anyone coming or like messing with the doorknob or whatever?
No.
That's why I'm approaching the door to listen for movement, John. FYI, yeah.
I mean, I assume it might be. Listen, I don't even think they may not even be bounty hunters. I think they just want what I know, which is I've got some info on. I got some intel on some artifacts for real.
Okay, why are you telling us?
Well, listen. I'm just letting you asked a question. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. All right. Well, safety in numbers, right? There's a few of us now. Chill out. We'll just lay low here. Are they right behind you?
I don't know. They were down one floor below, down in Eden. I mean, maybe the chosen and the fallen. Maybe they managed to stall them. I don't know. It's only a matter of time before they come up the lift.
Oh, it's the lift is the important part. Okay, cool.
Good to know. All right. Did we get her name?
Tess.
Yes.
Tess. Oops. Just do.
All right.
Can I roll with you guys? I mean, safety in numbers. I mean, I don't want to be too forward, but on my own here. I mean, look, obviously I can't really do too much. This gun's not worth anything.
I think she's a honeypot, and she's with these two. By the way,
it is trying to smell
I'm going to as quietly as I can. Again, there's still smoke, kind of
dissipating.
Including, very gently open that door, take a glance, and if I see nothing, I'm going to exit to the other side.
So when you open the door, David,
I see him.
No, you are immediately met with the stench of alcohol breath. And then the second thing you notice in this split second is that you're face to face with a very drunk Helen St. George.
Oh, Helen! Yes.
I was like, you again. I heard something coming down the corridor. I was gonna come warn you. Who's there?
Helen.
Yes, friend. I'm ready to go.
We might be in trouble. Lower your voice. Come with me.
We should introduce her to Tess, and she might be like, "Oh, that skanky bitch, she fucked me over too. God damn it!"
She looks over your shoulder, David. Are we trouble inside or trouble behind? And she looks behind.
Trouble behind, and I point at the lift and say, "Come with me." I'm going to walk towards the lift with her and close the door.
Ah, shite! Is it Little John? Let me out, the bastard.
I don't think so. Tess was the other person's name.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone named Tess?
Tess? No. Doesn't ring a
Anyone
bell.
named Bebop or Scooty McGee or whatever the other guy's name was?
What the fuck are you talking about, man? Are you all right?
Okay. Another diver just snuck into this room with a gun and is claiming to be hunted by two bounty hunters, but their story doesn't check. I'm not sure I trust that they aren't trying to lay an ambush, the three of them, on us. I could be wrong, but she claims they're coming up the lift potentially soon.
This lift right here?
Supposedly.
All right. Well, listen, we're in one of those classic deep conundrums now, right?
Yes.
You're telling me one thing, that you don't trust another person. I don't really trust you. I don't even know who this other person is. I don't even... Fuck it, man. Fuck it. This is why I can't stand this fucking place.
I pull out another cigarette. Share one with me?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't mind if I do. That's the only reason I trust you right now. You're the only one handing me these things.
And just to spell this out, you'll have to be viewing, audience. But David, I was like, what's my character's name? All right. David has studied many people's methods of smoking, and he has deduced that the cool way to smoke is to pull and then pinch out.
Ah, yes, that's the John Travolta Pulp Fiction way of smoking.
Yes,
I would have imagined David would smoke like this.
Oh yeah.
the upside down backwards handway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why don't,
So
why
when you
don't,
get to the, sorry, go ahead, David.
go ahead. No, it's fine. Go.
You're going to the elevator. I was just going to describe what you see. Do you
That's
want
what I
to do
was going
something?
to ask.
Good
That's what I
idea.
was gonna ask.
Yeah. So when you go down the corridor, you don't have to go too far away from the offices down the corridor, but you realizing now that, this might not be where Tess said that she came from. Now, Tess said she was down in Eden, or that Steady and Bebop are coming up from Eden, right?
yeah.
And that checks with what you had heard before, right? From Helen, Chosen in the Fallen, that whole sort of thing.
Right.
But this lift actually says it actually has two different destinations, and one says so it says fourth floor. So it has it says where you are. So it says reception and habitation,
Right.
floor 1, and then it says 4th floor, human emulation labs,
Ooh, I don't want to go there.
and then the 6th, and then it says 6th floor, engineering and support.
All right.
Sounds familiar.
Helen, I think we're being lied to.
Well, there may be lifts that we don't know about.
Well, you
Well,
you
the
know
lift
for
to Eden, we know is the lift through reception down in the other way.
Right.
Because it was the one-way lift that Helen described to go into Eden, I believe. Correct.
Yes.
So, just to be quick about it, it is entirely possible this person came up from that lift, ran all the way from there through reception, through the shredded alpha checkpoint, all the way to the campsite. Much quicker way to escape would be go to the fucking bell. I don't think they're being honest. I could be wrong. I love to be paranoid, but that doesn't check for me. So when I see that, I'm going to go, Helen, I think we need to have a conversation with this person. Go ahead, guys.
Can I just
We're back in the room. Yeah.
meta something a little bit? She could be a wandering encounter, and her story doesn't have to check out because it's random. I'm just throwing it out there that
A wandering encounter can be still a lethal encounter. That's what I'm saying.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
Well,
she could be lethal, but her story not piecing together necessarily very well could be a factor of being a wandering monster kind of thing. So,
okay. Yeah. So speaking of triggering lethal encounters, back in the room with her, Thulsa is going to falsely show some concern. Oh, I see you. I see you've been hurt. I'm something of a doctor. It's not really, but I'm trained with medical. And she's going to dig in her bag, and quickly she's going to pull out that new weird retinal scanner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know. Yes, Matt, your mind's
and
where my
just
mind
like-
is.
Just hold it quickly up to her eye. Let me just check your eyes real quick. And she's just gonna hold it up to her eyes and
what
see
is
if
that?
it flashes the same.
Grab the gun.
See if
Ted.
it flashes
Grab
the
gun.
same way that it does with the rest of us. At least the other human that we know.
Okay, she's I'm gonna say that she's sort of scared and on edge, right? So even though you're trying to be it's cool, but when you're kind of heaving this big bulky third object at her, she sort of naturally just sort of recoils a little bit. So it would require a little bit more than just saying here, put this on. You know what I mean? You may have to coerce her in some sort of manner or force it.
Okay,
you know
so yeah, I'm telling her, this is to check and make sure there's no retinal damage. It's a little piece of medical equipment that I have and that I've made myself. There'll be a little light. It's just good to check and make sure you don't want your retina to detach. That would be bad. It
I'm
really
not
looks
hurt. I'm not
there's
hurt like that. I'm not hurt like that. I don't like that thing. No. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm seriously okay. I'm not hurt. I'm just tired. I'm really tired. I'm tired of being hunted.
Okay, around this moment, is it fair to say that I'm about back at the door?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
From the outside of the door. Now, you guys know my voice well, of course. She doesn't know I exist. I'm going to disguise it a bit with I don't know, I'll kind of gruffly, kind of thing to kind of make the accent a little more neutral. And I'm going to say, Bebop, I think she might have gone in here. And I'm going to open the door. Just a crack. Not fully, but just a crack.
You dude.
The door's not open fully.
What are the stats again? Strength, combat, intellect, and
Speed.
Strength, speed, intellect, and combat. Yeah.
And I would suggest that my skill in linguistics would help me kind of do some voicey shit that would make it seem
give me some intellect. Give me intellect and linguistics.
All right, and okay, let me see. Hold on. Train skills plus 10. Cool.
So what's the total number you have?
My intellect is 58. That's going to be a 68.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I rolled really well. Okay. All right, rolling. That is a 26.
There you go.
26. Okay. All right. So she, Thulsa and Dixon, Thulsa, you're probably actually like, you may even actually be like have a hand on her or something like that. She gets real tense. Like she's like, oh fuck, they're here. Hide. You also like, I would say, David rolled well enough that you actually may have been deceived by this too. Like you hear this.
I'm scared. I'm going to duck down. Sure, hell.
Well, hold on, John. I did say before, and you can say this is too much, but I did say before I was hoping to do it in a way because they are familiar with me that they would be familiar that this was me doing a ruse.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a voice.
I missed that.
That's like, does it make sense?
Yeah, that's fine then. That's fine. Yeah. All right. Then they won't have to make fear saves.
Putting on a weird voice they've heard me do before, right, or something like that, right? Like
okay. That's fine. Yeah. All right.
I still shoot him with nails.
You can still react however you want, right? But I want y'all to kind of be aware, right?
Okay. So Thulsa, you can tell since I'm going to say that you're the closest to her that when she acted like she was super scared, right? Like, and she dove behind cover, but you have like a hand on her, right? Like a caring hand, and. One odd thing that you're picking up on is that she's not shaking.
Okay.
But so her eyes are wild, and she's like hiding underneath like the desk of a cubicle, like crouched over, peering around the corner like really carefully, or you know what I mean? Like it. She looks terrified, but she's not
trembling.
She's not trembling.
She's facing the other direction. You have the goggles and an ability to both blind her temporarily and grab the gun. That's all I'm going to say on a meta level. She's not looking at you anymore.
Listen, you got to help me get out of here. Once they see you, they're going to start hunting you too.
Well, I am definitely going to, like, in this moment, like in this kind of stumbling moment, I'm definitely going to almost like in that duck, like we're kind of huddled together. I'm going to try to like put that optical reader over her face, almost like, you know, you would kind of like hug somebody. I'm going to take that and like slap that over her face.
Okay.
And if I see him do that, like what looks like he's making his move to a kind of jumper, however, I will immediately leap forward and try to mobilize the weapon hand. Take the gun if I can, but at least prevent her from shooting him.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to rule. Because you're part and parcel sort of trying to restrain her to allow her eyes to get into that retinal scanner. I'm going to say that, Dixon, you are going to be helping Thulsa. And Thulsa, I want you to make a combat check. So you're going to make roll combat, and you get advantage because Dixon's given you a hand.
Okay.
If you have an applicable skill, I don't really know if there's one.
I do.
What do you have, Ted?
Yeah,
I am highly trained in hand-to-hand combat. I have a plus 15.
Okay, then you can transfer that over to Matt. I'm going to say that.
All right, Matt gets a plus 15 and rolls at advantage.
Okay, that's good because my combat is a 34, so that would be what 49, right?
49 at advantage.
Okay, come on. Okay. Okay, well, it's good that there's advantage because I rolled an 88 and an 83.
Oh, it actually really good that you did have advantage. Yeah. Okay, so Dixon, being really good at hand-to-hand combat, like that, like you could pick up what Thulsa was laying down, and so it was more about like not only restraining the gun arm, but also like holding like the head, like maybe in a headlock or something like that, so that the head couldn't jerk away at the same time, right? So the advantage that Dixon gave you, Thulsa, I'm going to say allows Dixon to maintain his hold and grapple on Tess, but you can't. But you're not able to. She's straining enough that you're not able to get the retinal scanner on her. Yeah, but I don't think the roll was good enough that I'm going to say that Dixon like was able to cover her mouth or anything like that. So she basically shouts out. She's like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" Now Helen, who is with David, has been told to keep quiet this whole time with the little venture to the elevator. So she's like, "There's something going on back over there. Why are you talking so fucking funny, man?"
I think we have to go help them get this deceiver. Let's go. And I'm going to kick the door open.
Ah, shit. All right, here we go.
And I'm going to just fucking dead sprint towards where I just heard.
You think she's a cultist of Kali, man? Is that
it's like a really weird run.
She runs right. Helen St. George like runs right along with you. She's like fucking Boudica, like resurrected.
I have
She's like
I have the last bit of that cigarette still burning out of the corner of my mouth, and it's like as I run, it's kind of down to the filter, and it's kind of burning the filter. I'm just like. Yeah. She takes one last puff and like flicks it into the room, like uncaring that it's probably gonna light the whole place on fire.
And you guys are really bad at basic safety in a space station with all your lit open flames and
what could happen? What's
we're
the
an
worst?
oxygen-rich environment here, man.
None of you guys own it. It's all fucking part of the man. Fuck it.
While I'm running, John, can I grab that rebreather out?
There's no
get one.
The non-existent one.
I forgot. Right. Wishful thinking.
Trying real hard for that one.
I'm definitely gonna have to like plant that as treasure just to like make your day, David. Or like, what are you
instead of that, why don't I grab that tarp that I had?
Okay.
And I'm just gonna I'm sprinting. I'm gonna grab it and I'm kind of like unfold it a bit so I have like a portion, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep running.
Yeah. All right, so she's going to obviously attempt to get out of Dixon's iron grip. Is there any sort of unarmed sort of thing here? I don't think there is there?
I think it's just like strength and
maybe contested strength.
Let me just. Oh, here's unarmed. I see it here on the front page. Strength, 10 damage. How's that possible? Oh, strength divided by 10 damage. Okay, it's like what? All right. Strength divided by 10. Okay. So, so she is going to attempt to wrench out. So basically the way, at least this is our first time going through combat, so we'll kind of feel it out. But the general impression I get from what I've read in the book and from what I've read online as well, don't at me out there, please, is that I basically describe the situation, and then I'm going to tell you what's going to happen should you do nothing, right? And then you guys are going to kind of determine like what you're going to do, and then we just sort of resolve that. So there's no real initiative or anything like that. It's just sort of we sort of flow with it naturally. So what she is going to what will happen is, if you don't do anything, is that she's going to violently break free from Dixon, and you don't know what she's going to do after that. Basically, okay. So that's the deal. What would you guys like to do?
So I intend to keep that grip. And I guess definitely keeping a grip, keeping that gun immobilized as much as possible. Like, I don't know if this is a thing, but like in reality, I'd be trying to dislocate her shoulder or, twist her arm around in that, kind of judo sort of way that like you kind of have to do what I'm making you do. You ever seen how like you twist your wrist kind of thing, and you got to go.
So you're doing a double thing where you're not only forcing a disarm, like for her to drop her gun, but also to restrain her from moving. Is that the idea?
It's not so much about dropping the gun. It's more about preventing her from doing anything.
Gotcha.
Like,
okay.
just trying to immobilize her.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Thulsa is like seeing this, seeing her ruse failing. She's definitely going to try to disarm her. So her plan is to take her briefcase and just smash the hand with the gun to try to disarm.
Okay, cool. All right. And then,
so while you're holding, I'll try to disarm.
If I can get in range within this, I am sprinting full force with the tarp.
Uh-huh.
The goal is the minute she's in sight to like full NFL style dive, tackle, tarp aimed at the head, And I'm going to say, go team.
Okay, cool. So you're, I'm going to say you're in close range, so you can move from close to adjacent, and the same thing, I believe. Let's see. You can move somewhere within long range during the round. You can move somewhere within close range and then do one thing before the situation. Okay, yeah. So you can move and then also do the thing. Yeah. So you can do it. Helen is going to go full force, completely oblivious to everyone else's plan, and she's just going to body tackle Tess, irregardless of is that the word? No, regardless. Sorry, not irregardless. Regardless of the consequences of having Dixon on top of her as well. Like
that's what I'm doing as well, though, John.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I know.
Okay,
but
so we're both doing it.
She's oblivious to it. Like it's basically gonna be complete fucking chaos.
Helen is in it with me.
Yeah,
this is my new
Good thing
favorite
she's wearing the
character.
varsity jacket.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say
Earn her
that.
later.
So we're just going to we're going to resolve everything. Everything sort of happens simultaneously, but I'm going to say that because Dixon and Thulsa are right there, we'll roll for them first. So Dixon, you are obviously the closest, so go ahead and do your thing.
All right. So for unarmed and hand to hand, are we just doing strength and with my hand to hand bonus, just a straight single roll?
Yeah, strength plus no, not strength. It would still be combat because remember, strength does not encompass any sort of violence. It's your combat. So combat plus hand to hand, definitely.
Okay, so my combat is a 41 plus 15, so 56.
Okay.
And all right, here we go, kids. I rolled a 77.
Oh, hey, crit fail. All right. So first of all,
wily.
Okay. Stress. You take a stress.
Oh,
Is this a
I
shocker?
don't like it.
Does his color change, John? Does he
and
get a
because
little color change?
You
I'm
crit
at 8 now.
you crit failed, and that means it's an automatic panic check. However, Ted, you're a teamster.
I'm going to roll my panic check with advantage.
Hell yeah.
So when I roll it on a d20, right?
This is once per session. I assume why not use it now, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to roll a d20. So you're going to roll a d20 with advantage, and you're trying to get higher than your stress score.
Okay. So my stress is currently now 8.
Mm-hmm.
As I realize that I used the wrong jujitsu move, and she's got an extra large jacket on and is wily and slipping out of my grip. And I rolled a 19 and a 6. So I'll take the 19.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. If you roll it and you look up,
I do not panic.
Okay. Right. So you don't panic, which is great. All right. So, but you fail. You still had a critical fail, right? So you attempt to do that move, and it looks like she's trained enough to understand what you were going for. That you were attempting to do sort of like a martial arts sort of move on her, right? So she counters and slips just straight out of your grip. She just like turns the other way that you thought that you were going to be able to yank her, and she moves right out of the grip. But at the same time, Thulsa's still coming down with the trying to bash her with the briefcase, right?
Yep. Right on the hand. I'm trying. The goal is to knock the gun out of her hand with the
Right, and this happens simultaneously with the same time that she's kind of wrenching herself out of Dixon's grip. Just so you're aware, it's not like in sequence. You know what I mean? Okay, go for it.
Yep. These dice, man. Okay, that's a 93 over 34.
34 is just straight combat check, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 34 is my combat. So, but 93, it doesn't really matter what my combat.
Yeah, it doesn't
is.
matter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're just gonna say like she moves in the exact opposite direction that you expected her to move. So your briefcase just goes flying around and glances off of Dixon's shoulder, but not enough to cause any damage.
Sorry, it's
And
whatever.
literally at the
Right,
same time, two bodies come hurling out of the smoke. Towards this this little 19-year-old girl, yeah.
I hope there's a
Who's
John
kicking
Wick
our ass.
soundtrack playing,
All right.
John.
So,
yeah.
Could be John.
I wait. I do take a stress from this, correct?
Yeah, I'm
As
sorry.
I
Yes, you
missed?
do. You take a stress. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for being honest.
I'm up to 11 now.
You're up to 11. Okay, David, you got a tarp. You're going at her. So
I am full tackle diving like with the
Yes.
tarp, and with the goal being to like hit her in the face with it bring her to the ground and like with all of my strength hold her face smothering to the ground with this tarp.
Understood. Do you have any sort of skill that would apply? Probably hand to hand, if anything.
I don't know.
Okay, so straight combat. Go for it.
So I'm rolling what? Sorry,
Just combat.
Strength.
D100.
Oh, sorry, just combat. Sorry. So my combat is 34. I feel like I should get a bonus for cool, but it's fine.
It is cool, but
All right, that is it's a 47.
47. Okay, so not a crit fail, but you do take a stress. And then, so the chaos of her sort of slipping out from underneath everyone's grip, you end up failing, and you end up covering Dixon with the tarp. And you fall.
We're very good at this.
You fall straight back. You fall straight down on the ground with Dixon on the ground. You're not like restrained Dixon because David's obviously aware that he made a mistake, so it's not like you're bound up or anything like that. But you're underneath the tarp with David on top of you on the ground. And meanwhile, at the exact same moment as you miss, and she's twirling around, obviously more skilled than she was letting on. Helen comes in like a battering ram.
Come on, Helen. Come on. Save us. We suck.
Helen has a combat score of 45.
Helen.
And I rolled a 21.
See? I knew it.
So, yeah, she twirls. This is a test. Twirls out of everyone's grip. David goes flying past and barrels into Dixon. And Thulsa, you're the only one who kind of gets a full view of Helen literally just smacking into Tess. Like Tess never saw her coming. And she just mows right into her. And she's going to do strength divided by 10 the damage. But she doesn't have a strength score, so it would be her instinct. So that's going to be she's going to take three health points of damage. And let me just check real quick. Okay. All right. So Helen barrels into her, and she didn't see it coming, and she slams into a cubicle, right? Bears her down, and as Tess is going down, the side of her temple cracks into a corner of the cubicle, and she just slumps down to the ground, and a pool of blood starts to pool out like really quickly out of the side of her head. Just and Helen's like stands up, and she's like, "Well, that's the end of that one. You could all thank me now, and if not now, later."
Yeah, I walk over to the fresh body, I suppose. And I kind of like gruffly pull the Letterman jacket off of it, and I throw it to Helen and say, MVP.
Hell yeah. You're my favorite. You know what would really cap off having this jacket? Is another fucking cig. What do you say?
Listen. Magically, I already have another one in my hand. She didn't even see how it came out.
Right.
Good.
Do I look cool? And she like puts on the jacket. She's got the cigarette.
He stands up. I scramble out of the tarp, and I will immediately secure that weapon.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay.
That is a legit revolver. It is loaded.
Fully loaded? 6 rounds?
Fully loaded, yes. Uh-huh. So there's
Snub nose or long?
It's revolver is the name of the weapon.
Yeah, just for flavor. For flavor, is it a little snub? Is it a little short guy, or is it a big old barrel? What do you think?
There's a big one with the little flag that comes out that says "Bang."
It's an 88 Magnum. Shoots
All
through
right.
school.
Yeah.
Big props if anyone out there can nail that quote. Yeah. So revolver does 1d10 plus 1 damage.
All right. I know nobody else here's got a gun. I don't know. I've got a nail gun, so I can give it up, but I also have the highest combat score.
Yeah, you take it. I don't like those things. They're loud and
I'll
kill
take
people.
the gun or whatever, right? Like,
androids can't.
if you
have
would
guns.
prefer
that's an Isaac Asimov thing. You don't get a gun. That's sorry.
I like.
But my uncle's name was Chekhov.
Dixon. That's okay. I like Dixon getting it. That's all right.
That's a good one, David.
Well, I'll take your nail gun if you don't want the revolver, but I think in a game like this, ranged is the only possibility of success in most cases, except this one. So,
all right, so it's a mess. Tarp's on the ground, but the bigger thing is that Tessa's body on the ground is like a lot of blood. Like there was a big wound. She really cracked open her skull there.
And she seems to be dead. Like she's like still.
If she's alive, she's not going to be in any like really good shape anytime soon.
All right, now while she's not moving and it's easy, I'm going to put the optical reader thing on her eyes and see what it does.
Nothing
They're closed.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
No light at all in any way, shape, or form.
The capacitor.
Okay.
You
Okay.
burned up the capacitor. I will attempt to stop the bleeding. Get some more gym towels or whatever, and or if there's got to be some cloth or something around here, we can staunch the bleeding. If we don't have to kill her,
Well,
we
let's
can stop the
do
bleeding.
a little pulse check. And first, is she alive, John? If I check her pulse.
She is very dead.
Oh, she is dead.
She is dead. Yep.
I'm gonna start patting down the jumpsuit and see if she has any hidden weapons or an ID card or any patches or things that might be valuable to us.
I'm gonna peel off her face.
There's only there is the patch that says Nova Burst on her varsity jacket, but that's the only sort of thing.
So red blood, not an android, huh?
There's red blood.
We don't know.
But there. I mean that human emulation lab.
That's a little worrying, isn't it?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Actually, apropos of nothing. It really when you saw Tess like hit that thing and make that awful sounding splutch. It really, like, you guys have seen violence before. You know, you're no stranger to it, but it had like an abnormal sort of effect on both Dixon and Thulsa. Like, it just really rubbed you the wrong way, the way that she went down. Like, even though you know that she was probably up to no good, you just can't help but think like that's just not the right way to go. That's not good. And both Cromwell and Thulsa, you're going to take an automatic extra point of stress.
Okay.
Where are we at now, guys? I'm at 11.
I'm at 12.
Hell yeah! All right.
I think we need to find some place to have a coffee and sort of get our bearings a little bit. This is nuts.
Perhaps not to be gauche, but perhaps we already have a good place to store this body so that it is not in the camp. And I kind of look at Helen. A locker.
A locker. I thought you were going to jettison
we
her
should
out
hide
one of
with
the
that. I think
escape
we should
pods.
hide. Oh, what do you know about those?
Actually, true. I take that back. She would not.
That
know.
would have been a hint.
My bad. Yeah.
And combat started again. Yeah, I'm gonna not rudely, although I did kind of like rip the jacket off of her, but I'm gonna like lift up the body gently and kind of like place it on my shoulder and make my way to the recreation area to hide it.
Wait, before you do that, while we're still here and this is still fresh, I want to look at, like, here's where my head is. I think it would be there's some details in people that would be really difficult to manufacture. Fingerprints, hair follicles in a truly kind of random pattern, irregularities in eyelashes, like looking at like really weird, like little detail parts of her, because her suspicion is that this is an artificially created human, and she wants to look for anything that could give a clue that, the eyelashes aren't spaced this regularly, or like, teeth aren't that perfect. The backside of the teeth have texture and they wouldn't be smooth. The roof of the mouth would, it's like she's going to like check all these like weird little places in her face. And I mean, not without getting gross, to see if there are any hints that she's not a regular person.
It can be done, but it's going to take, I'm going to say, 2 turns to do a thorough check like that.
Also, I think it's a great idea, Matt. We're in a dark room right now. Do we want to go put her on the workout bench in the reception room and sort of give you a fluorescent space to do this inspection? We don't have to.
Because it's the red flashing light and smoke.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to see much.
Okay, so I'm going to say 2 turns.
Let's go back and do that.
Yeah, why not?
Don't mind me. Nothing to see here. Okay, so you make your way back to the rec center and you lay her out on one of the weight benches. and you check her out like as much as you can. You do not she has fingerprints. There's no like weird branding or anything like that, or everything that you're seeing, it sure seems like she's human.
Okay. All right, this is a little disturbing, everyone. I can't see anything. That's weird. I had a
you could do an autopsy. Here's my box cutter.
But you are not a medical. You don't have any sort of medical skill, though.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not a doctor. Yeah, no.
Right.
I mean, you could. I mean, that's gruesome, but you could literally, where she had a crack in her skull, you could sort of like pry into the wound and.
You know this game though. That's going to be saving throw central is what that's going to be.
Right. That could be it. I mean, if you would like me to do an inspection because I'm more immune to that,
that's kind of what Thulsa would be willing to do, right? Like that was her suspicion. Yeah, she knows if you're going to make something, the tendency is for things to be kind of too perfect and not irregular enough. So she, right now at this point, she thinks that this is a human who is kind of up to some like shaky business. So whatever, some accidents happen, people die, whatever. But she's not convinced right now that this is an artificial person. She did her checks. She thinks she's a real person, just a dick.
Right, except now that I feel bad that we ended up getting her killed when I thought it was a rogue android.
Well, that's on you. You've got the big peace with yourself.
Again, Dixon, androids are living sentient beings. I find it curious that you think their lives are less valuable than a human's, and that there's some moral calculus that you are doing.
You've misunderstood what I was saying.
I don't believe I have. I've been in many sessions.
What I was saying was, here's this person who comes in pretending to be a diver, right? But is actually an android from somewhere on the ship.
Sure.
Honeypot, trap, something like that. Not behaving very strangely, not behaving what we would expect. That's a danger. An actual human who comes in, actually pursued by actual bounty hunters in an actual panic, that's a story that checks out.
Well,
this is not about the value of androids. This is about the danger in local androids.
John, I have a question. Have we heard any movement in the 20 odd minutes that we've been up here from a potential bounty hunter that might be approaching?
No, the only other movement, who's obviously right there, is Helen.
Gentlemen, I'm willing to do the investigation if you'd like to step out.
I don't think we need to do it.
Okay.
If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, I'm getting the fuck out of here. So I'm not talking about that.
All right.
I do feel a little bad about stuffing her in a closet now, or a locker rather. That seems.
And to be clear too, like I'm not trying to play your characters. Like you and Matt can play however you want, but your characters definitely feel a strange sort of empathy towards like the manner of her death, like how that happened.
I agree. All right, why don't we? It is not a befitting coffin, but it is one of sorts. And if her friends do come, should they exist, it would be best that we are not standing about her body.
We could wrap her in a tarp, write tests and the date of death on the tarp, and leave it in a corner.
I'm fine with that. As in a corner. Oh, I'm saying I would like the body not to be discovered, for we have to traverse this area for some time still. Yeah.
So we're basically at time for this session. If what I'm hearing is you're probably are you gonna wrap her in a tarp and then stuff her in a locker, like the bullies that you are?
That sounds so bad. Is that who we are? Can we put her at least put her on some of the workout machines? Like at least she's like. Tie her hands to the bench press.
That's worse. What's wrong with you?
There's an escape pod.
I'm not.
You also threw out the original corpse that was hanging in the reception area. You just tossed him out the airlock.
Yeah. I don't think that there's a lot of moral consistency here of murdering someone violently.
We're still finding our way.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, the first one was a rotten corpse that was possibly diseased. The second one was a 19-year-old girl in a varsity jacket.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
Who asked you to help her?
Yeah, well, 19
We kind of did.
Now no longer pursued.
Okay, so let's just seal this up before we end the session. So,
there.
what would you like to do with the body? Let's get a firm answer on that.
I vote hide the body, but I'm open to y'all voting otherwise.
I don't mind hiding. Can we put it in the closet rather than in a locker? The locker just seems terrible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's put her.
It's
Let's
so
put her
on
in
theme.
that small room.
She's a Letterman. Come on, man.
Was.
Verisimilitude.
Helen like shakes her jacket. She's like, was.
I'm just glad we found Helen.
Wrap her in the tarp and stick her in the closet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the
closet, in the
small
storage room.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
this is so bad.
In she goes, and it's just a bad feeling when that door closes again. You're just like, that didn't
I didn't mean to grow up and be a murder hobo. It just happened.
In
Fantastic.
fairness,
Absolutely
we weren't
nothing went
trying
well.
to kill her. In fairness, we weren't trying to kill her. We did kill her very efficiently.
Helen killed her. I fucked up. Matt fucked up. You fucked up. None of us did anything. Helen killed her. Why am I feeling bad?
And she's not even like an Arden Vool NPC, which is like leagues better than you guys are at everything. You know what I mean? Like she had like just a pretty normal combat score, but she just happened to succeed. Yeah. All right,
This is
but
going to be interesting.
but thank God for Helen, eh?
I'm going
All
to start
right.
calling her Mount St. Helens now.
All right, there you go.
All right, cool. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh,
You guys got a lot done. So don't forget for next time. So we're in the Employee Rec Center again. We'll start there again. So you have that lift, which you and Helen checked out, David. One said, so it goes to 2 floors. One, the Human Emulation Labs, which should tell you something. And then Engineering and Support. You got the other lift across the entire area that goes down to apparently Eden in what, according to Helen, said was formerly like visitor accommodations. You have the escape pods. Yay. And then you've got that concrete stairs, which is on the other end of the hallway outside the offices, right? Which goes up. Yeah. Remember, and you took concrete stairs that went down to get through security checkpoint Alpha. Right. So
I do have one question, John, just for future, just while it's on fresh in my head. Do we imagine that these lifts, when they arrive at their destination, do the classic ding, or if there's any audible indication that they are being used or arriving?
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say
so. I'm going to be
classic.
very much like on the listening now and into next session.
Yeah.
For that
What I
sound.
will say though is that there's not an indicator of what floor the elevator is on at any given time.
Yeah.
But you can hear you can definitely hear when it's running, and you would definitely hear a ding when it arrives. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
All right, cool. All right, we will end it there. That was very fun, guys. Thank you for watching and or listening, everyone out there, to 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. You have a solemn duty. That duty is to do us a really big favor and like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications every time we publish new material. Subscribing on YouTube costs you nothing, and it really doesn't bother you that much either, right? It just gives you notifications every time we do something new, and it really helps us out. So please do so and spread the word. If you have a few extra bucks, you may want to subscribe to our Patreon. However, you're going to get some pretty cool bennies, access to some secret channels on Discord, but most importantly, you'll gain exclusive access to our ongoing Dolmenwood campaign. Return to Dolmenwood. Our original Dolmenwood campaign is the campaign that put us on the map. And so we're very much looking forward to returning to it. Episodes 0 and 1 will be publicly available for all time. But starting with episode 2, you must be a Patreon subscriber to gain access. So go check that out. And thank you, as always, to all of our wonderful patrons, our explorers, our delvers, and especially our conquerors. I have the distinct pleasure tonight to read those names aloud. We have some newbies joining the crowd. Welcome to new conquerors Scott Fournier, Sophia Peng, Carl Stephenson, and some random guy named Necrotic Gnome. I don't really know who that is.
Oh, what's up? Yeah.
But, probably no one important. But equal thanks to our existing conquerors. We have Demi, 1997, Eric Manley, Todd Jeffcoat, Tyler Hackenberg, Christo Lute, Julian, Jofo, Brutes Monkeys, Joshua Owens, The Mighty Martian, Christopher Bishop, Banana Hammock, AJ, Joe, Michael Sauer, Adam Lovelace, Desiree Marcel, Grizz Loves Games, Dustin Rady, King of Joops, Arcane Lane, MP, Todd, Brawler Jake Ain't Joshin' Around, DM Dr. Rob, Robert Kenyon, Steve, Jeff Marino, Alan Barton, Eric Tsunami MD, Samuel Dillon, Yesterday's Glory, Mike Small, Rick Barton, Isaac 2D10 plus 25, DTL, Spencer, James Boyle, Doc Jones 73, Jackson Bates, John Hooker, Mordrew, Zachary Hall, Saps, Papa Bear DM, Zach Shiflett, Mercury 605, Ruben K, No Eggs Dar Jr., Procyon, Dakota Nielsen, Cam, Stephen Quisenberry, Kobrowski's Magic Meat Machine, Tom Leary, Phil, Nakanu, Nick, Eric Lawson, Mando MZ, NZ, Faisal, Ted Gast, James Doig, Nefarious Gamer, Grunt, Andrew Schroker, Adam and Nora, MM, Michael Schilling, Stefano Di Maiolo, Ash Gabrielle, Chongus, Brawler Josh Ain't All Jake, Arno, Iona, Michael Walker, Han Dandler, Summon Toast, Too Rude to Ishvan, a Snell-fed direwolf.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
That's hardcore. Scott Yearsley, Mech Jack, Kick Maniac, Dire Gru, Tom Eric Garrettson, Matthew Mattis, Matt Walsh, Matt Mason, Matt Koenig, and Matt Young, the Matts otherwise. Thank you to all of our conquerors. And I was remiss, I forgot to do this before I read the conquerors, but of course, her thanks go out to David for doing all of our overlay art and graphics, animation, and of course to friend of the channel, Hank, for his wonderful intro music. Thank you, as always, Hank, for that. So thanks, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Enjoy your week, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Thanks
See you later. Thank you, John.